What? The fuck is my waiting room? Okay, I'm trying to find my waiting room. What is going on? Do I have a waiting room? I don't want a waiting room. Done. So do people just come in? Do people just come in? I don't see a waiting room. What is going on? I don't know what I'm doing. Like 6 months off of Zoom, and now I don't know what to do anymore. Okay, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Hey, Susie. Here's the link. Come join my party. I might drink Chardonnay and turn into a sassy bitch. I'm debating on it. I'm off camera because I'm wearing the same pajamas I was wearing last night for the Christmas holiday party because I decided to feel sorry for myself. I work from home. I wasn't on camera today. So I stayed in my pajamas, and it's now the next day at 7 o'clock at night. I'm still in those pajamas. My hair looks absolutely horrendous, and my face probably looks just as bad. I ordered $70 worth of seafood and Chardonnay because I'm feeling sorry for myself. And I was supposed to go meet up with my best friend across the street called, not going to say what it's called, but I was supposed to meet up with her at this restaurant. And I honestly just shut down and decided I don't want to because that is, me trying to function. So I ended up rescheduling with her. So she said she'd jump on Zoom with me to talk about mysteries of the universe because she's cool like that. But I also feel like an asshole for totally not going to lunch because she just got approval for her maternity leave and now she's free from the confines of work. And what do? I decide to bail. So mentally, I'm not doing so great. But I thought I'd go live and talk about whatever the hell because it's Thursday and everyone knows Thursday is the next Friday when it comes to the holidays. Especially because Saturday is Christmas Eve and Sunday is Christmas. And you know what? A lot of us, we don't have people to spend the holidays with. So why not go live and distract people from reality, Let's see. Susie, click that link. I won't ditch you, I swear. Yeah, but it was funny. The seafood I ordered, because like I was talking to Huli earlier and she was eating crabs and it made me like crab legs. And it made me really want seafood. So I got crab cake, which it wasn't my favorite. I've had better crab cake, but I got it from this like bougie ass place because it was the only place that sounded like it would have good seafood. And lo and behold, it was kind of basic. But the thing that they make up for is the delicious cornbread muffins with honey sauce. Like, not gonna lie. No, I think I've seen them all, but do I have to go back to Discord and look again, Ben? Because I saw 1989, but I know there's the original LLC is 1988. You got to find the 1988 one because there's like 2 or 3 LLCs for San Lazaro, and the only legit one is I believe it was 1988 because there's like 1988, 1989, and then 2010. So you got to look for the 88 one because I think that one's still in effect. Yeah. I love how you can't see my avatar when I talk. You could only see black, like my soul. The depths of my soul is like pitch black, just like that. So I guess you guys are looking into my soul right now. My apologies. So yes, and by the way, I was told yesterday I am officially a kiss ass because I'm not snarky enough when I'm talking to Shiloh. So now I should be considered not snarky bish, but sensitive bish. But you know what? I'm not really being a kiss ass, nor am I ever a kiss ass. I'm just me. But since I'm drinking Chardonnay tonight, hell hath no fury like a woman being told to be fucking snarky and have Chardonnay. Good luck with that one. That I don't know. Maybe I should just like refrain from that, to be honest. 1988 was shared, 1989 was shared, 2010 was shared, and the 2022 LC was shared. Ah, damn it. Hold on. 2022, I don't see that one. And I don't know. I think I might be tripping, but I thought I saw Q trying to come into the Zoom chat, but I'm not sure. I might just be tripping. But now let me scroll all the way back in the land of Discord that has never-ending messages and find the 2022 LLC. Does it have Jack Stoop on there? If it has Jack Stoop, I quit. Because, I mean, I've been kind of predicting that for a while. Let me see. Let me see. Where the heck are they? Benjamin? Okay, there's 89. Hold please. I am scrolling in the land of Discord. I love how I'm talking like that and that just pops up. Okay. What's this one? This one's 2010? 2000. Okay, I see that one. But where's the 2022? There's the 1988. That's the one that's the real one. That's the one that went into effect. And you know what's interesting? What the fuck? Why did I never notice this before? Forrest Fenn went into effect as the agent for San Lazaro on June 7th, 1988. I knew it was 88, but I never paid attention to it being June 7th, 1988. Wowzers. There's just too many things happening here where it's like no longer a coincidence. Okay, I think I passed all of it, so I don't see the 2022. Was it like updated? Did it get dissolved? What the heck? Hold on. Ugh. San Lazaro Corporation of Perpetual Doom. Okay, I got that. Van money. Oh, it just skipped me again. Discord's on a good one. Okay. I don't see the 2022 one. What am I not looking at? Whatever, let me go chat again because I've been staring at Discord. Jesus. Okay, hold on. I'm about to go to bed. It's late here. Oh, good night. Okay, Larry. Sitting on the beach, Santa just dropped by on a Harley. Okay, so I also heard this on Street Stream. We weren't prodding you to do anything wrong. You know darn well I know it's okay. Hey, Sophie D. I'll repost it. I see Otak. Is that looking into your soul? Don't scroll. Am I blocked? No, Davey, you're not blocked. No, but you could be cubed. What? And then Sophie D's what? Why is Sophie D saying what? I'm so confused right now. Six-sided? What? I feel like chat has already gone crazy. Chaser's gone wild. Okay. There's Heather. I guess Q just accidentally clicked it. I guess she didn't want to join. I don't know. I was looking for the weight room and then it disappeared. So Heather.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry I bailed on you.
You didn't. I was just feeling like I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to eat anyways right now, so.
Yeah, and it's funny because like last time we like both forced ourselves to go and then we were surrounded by like those cackling bitches and it just made it that much worse.
Yeah, so whatever. Who cares?
I'm like, I love how it's literally across the street from me too. And I'm like, nope, can't do it.
I know. Oh well, you know?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
If it makes you feel better, all the seafood that I bought was like not that great, but they have amazing cornbread muffins with honey glaze.
Oh.
So
Nice.
I spent $70 for muffins, I guess.
What? Oh my God, we could have easily just went out to get something. That's crazy.
I know, but I got Chardonnay too.
Oh yeah, Chardonnay.
I got a bottle of Chardonnay, and then I got a crab cake, and then I got fish sticks, I guess you could say, like adult fish sticks. Those they burnt. I'm not happy about that. Then I also have a Caesar salad, which I will eat. That's gonna be delicious. And then my cornbread muffins.
Nice. I had nothing.
I know, because you can't eat it after a certain time or you like die.
I know I won't be able to sleep. Not
That's
wait
not
till it's
fun.
over.
Let's see. What is chat saying? I want to see if I can summon Street in here and Trusted.
Yeah, I'm trying to change my photo on here. It's not letting me.
You gotta go to, or do you already know how to do it?
I thought I did, but now I'm just feeling like a retard.
Hold on, let me walk
No
you
pun
through
intended.
it.
Like I didn't mean that rudely, but you know what I mean. I'm just feeling like, duh. What are you doing?
Go to more. So
More?
you gotta click out and then go to more.
Click out. Like log out?
No. So you know it says meeting, right? So okay, so we're in the Zoom and
Mhm.
you see the white arrow in the upper left-hand corner.
No, it just says view. Oh, wait. That's right. I'm
Okay.
telling you, I'm not here today.
No, you're fine. Okay, so now you see that. Does it show back to meeting with like an orange square?
No, I don't even say anything.
Good Lord, what are you
I don't
looking at?
know why, like I don't know why it logged into this Zoom because I have a whole nother Zoom that has everything set up already. Maybe I'll just copy the link and put it on the other Zoom.
I mean, you can if you want. I've done that a few times.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm like, why is it going into this one?
I have my
Huh.
avatar, but nobody can see black. Just like my soul.
Just like your soul.
Yeah, just like my soul. So
So what
Ben
do we?
said something.
Oh wait.
Candy, check your DMs on Discord, and I tagged you with 2022 in general chat. Oh, heavens to Betsy, hold please. Or not you, I'm just saying chat, hold please. Oh yeah, I should send you the link so you can see chat if you want.
This chat. What the heck?
Oh, there it is. Okay, so 2022 in existence, incorporation date. Oh, 9 months ago. Agent 9 Alberto Almeida. Wait, oh, is that the same person that's linked to the LLC? Brownsville, Texas? What the hellfire? Who's what? That's just weird. What happened? In existence. St. Patrick's Day? Really? They had to do it on St. Patrick's Day? Texas. Jurisdictions, Texas. That makes no sense. It's in New Mexico. What in the Sam hellfire is going on here? Oh, well, I don't want to understand the mystery of the San Lazaro holdings today. Ben, what are you doing to me? I'm gonna exit that now. And then what else am I looking at? Oh God. Okay. I got more mess images. Still, oh, what the hell? How the heck did you obtain this? Benjamin? What in the heck?
I think I did it.
Did you?
I don't know. No, I
I'm
don't see
looking.
it.
Oh, let me check. Hold on.
No.
Let me check.
That's so odd.
Oh yeah, it didn't work.
I know, it's so odd.
You can stay logged
This
into
is
this
stupid.
one.
Just
You can
kidding.
stay logged into this one and then log into the other one at the same time.
I know. I'm just gonna log into the other one right now.
I can react to things. Yay. That's interesting. Uh-oh, now I gotta go back here. Ah. Ooh, corn. Yeah, you're right. You're so smart. What happened? Instead of pulling them off the internet. Ah. Wow, Ben, you seem a little salty towards Sophie D over there.
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
Change picture. Here we go. I am smart today.
Could I dress up as Godzilla? Can I get into the Zoom? Yeah, John, go ahead. What in the H? Sophie D, candy look. So distracted, shake my head. Now she sees it. Now check your DMs. Look where the property taxes are mailed to. Texas, Georgetown. Oh. But are you sure it's at Georgetown? Because it said Brownsville, Texas when I was looking. Chimney crickets. Do I have to go back and like look at it again?
Let's see.
What is this madness? Okay. Okay. No, not the strip club. Okay. Messages. Okay. Where the fuck is it? Georgetown? Georgetown, Texas? Okay. Good grief, this is hard to read. Okay. Vacant. Location. Oh, wait, no. Oh. Oh, now I see what Ben's talking about. Why? What's Georgetown, Texas? Now I gotta Google.
No idea what you're talking about.
Ben's having me look at one of these LLC thingies.
Oh, gotcha.
What the hell is Georgetown, Texas? North of Austin, home to the most beautiful town square in Texas. Well, didn't Jack Steve go to Georgetown, the school? But I don't know anymore. Okay, I'm out of that now. I can run away from that. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. Now I go back to my chat room. Chat room. Now Ben knows how I feel when I send stuff in the chat and then he doesn't see it. I'm like, look at chat. Sophie's like nosy motherfuckers. Only one person can stop me, Sophie, says Ben. And you know damn well who. And Sophie D's like, yourself?
Jeez.
So Sophie D is an interesting character. Ben and I have been working diligently on understanding who Sophie D could be. And I have this assumption that Sophie D is tied to Forrest Fenn's grandson due to sometimes I'll message Shiloh, that's the name of the grandson. And sometimes I'll say certain things in my messages, and then Sophie D just so happens to like reiterate that same information. And I'm like, wait, how do you know this? So I'm under the assumption Sophie D might be tied to Shiloh. So it's kind of funny because Ben's like, a show. And for a second I thought it was too, but I'm like, no, there's something else going on. I mean, for all we know, it could be freaking Vertigo, because Vertigo, like, I don't know. Vertigo has multiple accounts. Maybe he's crazy enough to talk to himself. I don't know.
Maybe.
Is it myself if we're both partaking in this game? That doesn't seem fair. What is going on? There's just so many accounts, Heather, where I don't know who they are. Like, I don't know the person behind them, and I'm like, I can't keep up with these games anymore.
Who needs games? We have enough drama in our life.
I know, we do.
Not really, you know what I mean.
I mean, I've got enough drama in the chase community alone. And if you weren't having your baby, I'd be dragging your ass with me in February.
Yeah, no, I'll be in bed.
I'll be like, I'll be in mom zone, Momville.
I know. I'm so excited now that I can just like do nothing.
I'm jealous. I want to do nothing. I want to drink my entire bottle of Chardonnay, but I have to go to work tomorrow and then I have to go to a company party. And I'm like, I
Oh,
don't want to
that's
go.
right. That's right.
You know, they're doing it at 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Of course they are.
It's like prime time for traffic heading that way.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, I don't
But
like
they
this.
don't, because it's a company thing, they can't do it like, you know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'm even gonna go. I'm in that headspace where I'm like, I'm gonna pretend I'm dying. Okay, okay. Because like
Rude.
it's an effort. I gotta make an effort and I don't want to make an effort.
Forget that effort.
And then I have to go to my family's Christmas party tomorrow or Saturday. And I'm like, I don't want to make that
Oh,
effort
you
either.
do? Oh, I didn't know that was Saturday. I thought it was Christmas.
No, it's Jake and Brandy's their house and we do chili and clam chowder. But
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't want to go because I don't want to be reminded that I'm the only one in my family that's single. So I think I'm
Who
just gonna skip it.
cares? Sometimes it's better to be single.
Well, I don't even know if Kendra's going because I think she's doing Christmas Eve at Louie's family's house. And then my aunt's not going because my aunt and uncle got COVID. So I think it would just be like not my favorite regulars to go up to. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for that.
Got it.
I mainly just only go when like Kendra's there because I'm like, yay, Kendra.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
I
told
don't
you
know.
we could go and do whatever after the kids leave.
Do you know Christmas Eve is the number one time for people to go out to the bars and get fucked up?
Well, that's not what I'm going to be doing.
I know, but I'm just warning you because if you do want to be social, that's like the one night all the singles are out like lurking.
No thanks.
All the singles and all the people that have nobody to hold during Christmas.
Jeez, poor people.
You know, I did that once. Like, I remember I think it was for Valentine's Day. I was single on Valentine's Day. So I got dressed to the nines, like tiny little black dress with a Guess like cover up or something, and these like gorgeous Guess like thigh high boots and the fishnet stockings, like everything. And then it was so funny because those Guess shoes were like they were so high that when I tried to run away from the guys that were hitting on me, it was very bad because I was like two-stepping out of the fucking opposite direction.
Oh, that's not good at all.
It was a killer outfit, I'm not gonna lie, but it was just like if I needed to run, I would not be able to run.
Oh my God.
So nowadays I know smart. Okay, I know the ways, so I wear flats so I can run.
That's funny.
Larry's like, I'm just leaving Kendra. I know, I do too. Kendra and
Hmm.
Louie used to go live during COVID with
Oh,
me.
did they?
Yeah, and we got really drunk a few times. It was pretty funny because we would just like we were both stuck in lockdown. And so we would just like go live for hours and drink White Claws or whatever.
They're crazy.
I know, but that's what we had. We had nothing else. We couldn't go out of our houses.
I'm trying to, oh well. I give up.
You still trying to change your picture?
Well, I did, and then now it's not up. I don't know what. Anyway, it doesn't matter, to be honest.
Oh, we lost Sophie D. Ben, what'd you do with Sophie? I feel like Ben scared Sophie D away with that. But
What?
Georgetown, Texas, that's fascinating. Like Ben showed me this picture of like the taxes or something for San Lazaro, and it showed
Mhm.
that it was mailed from Georgetown, Texas.
Oh,
And Sophie D's like nosy motherfuckers.
she's like, I'm out. You guys are crazy.
I don't know if Sophie D's a girl. I think Sophie D's a guy. All I know is they're obsessed with burners. They're like besties with Vertigo. Vertigo is like the smartest person on the planet. It kind of scares me. He's the one that won my Houses of Thunder treasure hunt.
Hmm.
And so he's always smart. He's like always solving stuff. He's very mysterious. And I'm wondering who's behind the Vertigo account. Because he had to go on my channel after he solved my hunt. And so we heard his voice. And we were like, I heard that voice before, and then I was like, wait, that sounds like MEH. And he was a searcher in the chase before the stuff was found, the chest. And so we're like, what happened to MEH? He disappeared, but Vertigo sounds eerily similar to MEH.
Interesting.
Yeah. But want to talk aliens? Want to talk Noah's Ark and the world freezing over?
Oh, what was that? I told you about the freeze before Noah's Ark. What's it called again? I have to look it up. I don't know. I can't I just found out about it, so. But basically people were cannibalizing themselves.
Jeez.
Like, could you imagine that?
I don't want to.
I don't want to either, but like the sun wasn't out or anything, so there was like, I don't know. I have to look into it more before I talk about that part. But yeah, we can definitely talk about things.
Well, I'm wondering where Street and Trusted are.
Yeah, Trusted was definitely right about his translation, I'll tell you that.
Wait, so what did Trusted say again?
That where was I? Oh, that Noah's Ark. Something about Noah's Ark in the translation. Oh God, I'm having such a brain fart today. What is wrong with me? Dude, I messaged it. What is it? Basically, the translation he had about Noah's Ark was correct. And I'm trying to remember exactly. Anyway, I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I'm having pregnancy brain. I swear, everybody keeps asking me stuff. I'm like, huh?
Okay.
I'm usually like right on it. I need Ryan to come reiterate everything for me.
I'm like, honestly, this is half the reason why I didn't even want to go out and be social. I've like this dumb brain right now too, and I'm not pregnant. So therefore, what's my excuse?
No, it was like, and dude, I don't know why I'm having such a brain fart. It's basically Noah's Ark isn't what they said it was, and it's the timing of it was sooner. Like even dinosaurs aren't even at the time that they said they were. And like, there's the giant people and all that, and just everything
Nephilim?
with, yeah, like everything was way bigger back when Noah's Ark happened. So like people were taller, the giants and all that. And we were reincarnated to be slaves. That's why we're little people.
I actually have a theory on all this because there's a lot of, historical monuments, and not even monuments, just like, okay, for example, Devil's Tower, right?
Yeah.
The Lakotas believe that once was actually a tree and not what people say it is. And so if you see all these like geological structures or anything like that, you can see that a lot of them look like they used to be like gargantuan sized tree stumps. And so how they talk about the Nephilim, these huge trees, stuff like that, I always chalked it up to be the reason why over time evolution started to like shrink in size was based on the oxygen. Because back during the time of the Bible, allegedly, we had so much more oxygen than we do now. We have like a fraction of the oxygen that we used to have because we're cutting all the trees down and,
exactly.
Photosynthesis. Yeah. So it's like, I think the whole migration, or not migration, the whole evolution process was kind of faltered or depleted when the oxygen started getting depleted.
Well, that's why they're saying in California it's going to go underwater because they keep cutting down all the redwood trees. And they're doing it on purpose. That's why they have so many fires and stuff, because he purposely like lets stuff go and lets the fires happen. And then, money's funneled through there anyway. They get all this money for the fires, but they don't use it for that. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff behind the trees, and that's why they make the kids movies about it so in your face, like the
Like
Lorax.
Ferngully?
Yeah, or just like the Lorax. Remember we were talking about Ice
I love the Lorax.
Age with that one ice thing that we were talking about the other day. I have to look it up to know the name of it before I talk about it, but
I mean, I talk about stuff all the time and I don't know half the name of the shit.
yeah, but it's good to be able to look it up and stuff, you know?
Oh, John Teeter says he's got the grill for trade. They never let me like live this down at this point anymore.
God.
Anytime the grill happens, they're like, oh, Candy's obsessed with the grill. I like research, you guys. You don't have to be dicks. Is this my salad? Oh no, these are my little muffins. My little cornbread muffins. I got, I think, 3 little cornbread muffins.
Done. I did it.
Your picture?
Yeah.
Whoa. Ah!
Anyway, hold on, let me look it up. It was on one of the shows. It's called oh, I think I screenshotted it because I wanted to look into it more and research, but you know, I'm always so busy I can't do half the stuff I want to do.
Well, now you get to research to your heart's content.
I know, I was telling Ryan I'm gonna start getting our LLCs and everything together so we're invested because now I have time to do all that, you know?
Yeah. What is going on? Arguing indeed. I swear, I'm gonna laugh my butt off if it turns out Sophie D / Bobcat Bite is actually Shiloh. I'll be like, that's fascinating.
Usually when it's a guy doing that, they make girl profiles to like totally throw it off. So I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, Ben said Sophie D's a porn star.
OnlyFans. Just kidding.
Well, I've been getting bugged so much to like ask Shiloh questions because he like sometimes responds to me. And so I said, I'm gonna start charging you fuckers and call it only Shilohs.
Oh my gosh.
So instead of having OnlyFans, I have an only Shilohs, okay? You want me to ask questions? You know, pay up. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't really do that. I like having dark humor nowadays because it's the only thing that gets me through.
Right? I love dark humor. It's the only way to live.
Yeah, but it's really hard to have dark humor and not do it at work.
I know, you have to be vanilla. I
Oh my
almost
God,
got you
be
a
worse
cup
than
that
vanilla.
said be vanilla.
Oh yeah, I still haven't bought my candle yet either.
Oh, I should have sent you that. That would have been a funny joke.
That would have been funny. But like, why did she send me? Oh yeah,
Don't forget
I
to be
can't.
vanilla.
Right? Can't be yourself at work, Candy.
Not till January.
Not even
Lord.
probably till January.
I know, I'm joking.
Did you spend your gift card yet?
No, Ryan was I put both of ours together. I was like, woo, we got $300 on Amazon.
Oh yeah, he got one too.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I know. I'm like double time.
Extra Christmas.
I know. I'm excited to just relax.
Ben said nobody likes vanilla ice cream.
I do. What are you talking about? Vanilla bean with some pecan pie.
Some pecan pie.
I was just saying that I was craving pecan pie too. But how funny.
Mm-hmm. I got peppermint hot chocolate gelato.
Oh, that sounds good.
That is pretty good. It's been so cold lately. I'm like, I probably shouldn't eat gelato.
No, right?
It goes well with burners. Oh my God, no.
With what?
Like, so Sophie D and Vertigo are obsessed with this ginger soda called Verner's.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based in like Michigan or something, right?
I love
And
ginger
it's so
soda.
funny. So Shiloh's granddad, Forrest, was obsessed with Grapette, which was another type of soda. And now you got Sophie D and Vertigo talking about Verner's. And I'm like, could it run in the family? Could this be Shiloh? Or again, my theory, this is someone associated with Shiloh.
Gotcha.
But it's just so funny. They come in here. They're really nice to me. They like me. They're really cool. And I'm like, I don't know why they like me, but I think it's cool that they're nice to me. But I also don't understand why Shiloh messages me and responds to me too. It's very confusing. And now I'm like getting yelled at because I'm not snarky enough. I'm like, sir, I would love to see Benjamin. I'm talking to you. I would love to see you try and put on your big boy pants and tell Shiloh what to do, because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So you can't do it. I sure as hell can't do it.
Right?
I mean, when I told them I charged Ben and stuff, because Ben already owes me $50 in Vegas because what he like did a bet or something. And he was like, oh, tell Shiloh, Mr. Napoli. He says something about his poem. And he's like, I bet you anything, Shiloh's not even going to remember me or respond to it. And I was like, I want to bet $50. He's like, yeah. And Shiloh did. And then Ben was like, I'm not going to bet it. I'm like, you already bet it. And so even Shiloh was like, yeah, he owes you $50. So then Ben was like, yeah, okay, I'll give you $50 in Vegas. Well, then he pulled you got to bug Shiloh about this. You got to invite him to our Christmas Discord party last night, because it was the online one. And so finally I like went and asked him, and I was like, please don't hate me for asking, but I mean, force. And then when I did, Ben was like, he's not gonna say yes, you fool. I was just testing you. He said something like that. I was like, you little fucker. So I told Shiloh, I'm like, I just charged Ben $50 more for doing that shit. And he's all, don't spend it all in one place. And me being the cheeky, snarky bitch that I am, I'm like, oh, I'll spend it all on you if you come to Vegas.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I'll get you a margarita the size of my head.
Yeah.
Sophie says, I happen to like everyone on Discord despite what some think. I'll even kind of miss Carrie if he actually leaves. Not a lot, but kind of. That's cool, Sophie. No, I think it's cool that you're nice. You're a conundrum. It's fascinating. Ben says, I could have emailed Shiloh to join. I asked you to on purpose. Yeah, you and Ashley are getting me in trouble with Shiloh at this point. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go back and delete my message I sent Shiloh about the new hunt that I found. Oh, should I? Oh, no. I don't like it when it shows unsent, though. Fuck. I'll just leave it. Whatever.
You're funny.
I know.
Like, whatever. It was already sent anyway.
Right? I'm just like, screw it. Whatever. Yeah, it's funny. A book no one reads? What? Every image is from TTOC. A book in the making is one that's never read. What? What's going on in my chat room?
I'm looking for the name of that Ice Age thing.
Why don't you just Google the flood before Noah's Ark?
Because it was like this whole breakdown on my show.
Ben just said, are you in trouble? Are you? Are you?
I don't think it's on this one.
Might not be in trouble, but I sure as hell am being judged. Jeez.
No, it's not on this one.
Sophie is just doing side eyes now.
Oh God.
Sophie, will you answer this question truthfully, please? I don't even know why I'm trying, because they could lie whenever they want, honestly. We don't know who they are, so any response can be a lie or the truth. We'll never know. Oh, I wonder if Sophie D is going to go to WSOF. That'd be interesting. No notification tonight. If I were a betting man, I'd say Shiloh is just fine with your messages. Probably, maybe. I don't know. Treasure Warriors, you crack me up. That's funny. Yeah, no, I had to spend more money today on my stupid flight.
Oh yeah, I was like, I thought you already booked that.
No, so I was like, I'm good, right? And then I got this notification saying, "Oh, you still have to pick your seats, and you haven't purchased your carry-on bag yet." I'm like, "What?" Because normally that goes with all of it. No, they like charged what $50 round trip for the ticket, right? But then they're like, if you want to choose your seats, you gotta choose the seats. So I picked like the extra row, like the front row. It's like the front, it has the extra foot room and everything. And it cost me like $56 each way extra. And then on top
Yeah,
of
there's
that,
always a catch.
I was like, I would have just gotten freaking first class at this point, you little shit. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
but I'm only like flying an hour and a half anyways, so it's whatever.
Yeah, you know how, well, that's out of LA, but they have the seats you can buy on the private jets when they have them going to Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, and you get like brunch and champagne and all kinds of stuff.
I am going super early in the morning.
Yeah, I'm just saying that could be fun one time.
Wait, because no, I didn't do LAX. I did Ontario.
No, I know, but I'm just saying there's private planes that fly out of like LAX
Yeah.
or what's the John Wayne one?
Oh yeah.
And they have like all the perks, like everybody, it's almost like everybody chips in for a private plane if they're going at a certain time to Vegas.
Oh dude, I'm petrified of private planes than I am other planes.
Yeah, I could see why.
Like it's always the private planes that like end up having something go wrong versus the regular ones.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no, thank you. But yeah, I'm supposed to. I was talking to my friend Nick, and I was telling him like, my way back, it's like Vegas back to Ontario, and the flight's at like 7 a.m. He's
Mhm.
like, you gotta fucking be there at like 5 a.m. because I guess the Vegas airport's always busy, always takes forever. I'm like, no, I'm not looking forward to that.
Please.
I know. And because I'm getting there at like, I think 10:30 or 11, I don't think our check-ins till like fucking 3 o'clock.
Well, yeah, no, it's usually not.
I'm like, am I just gonna chill at the airport until Ben and Ashley get there? Because I don't even know what time I gotta. Ben, wait, no, Ben probably doesn't even know. Ashley's the one that booked the tickets because I sent it to her.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you, like, what are you gonna do in the meantime?
Probably go live and cry about my bad choices. My bad choices I keep fucking doing. I'll go live and be like, you guys, I'm in Vegas, but I'm not at Vegas just yet. I'm at the airport and I'm going to be here for a while until Ben and Ashley come and save me because I'm not an adult.
You're funny.
Uh, I'm just like, I don't know. I'll be able to survive it. It was funny though. I was thinking like, oh yeah, I could just walk from, the airport to our hotel because it's not that far. And it was funny because Christy went live and was talking about WSOF and she was telling people, she's like, whatever you do not walk from the airport to your hotel. There's bad things that happen. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Ben says in chat, Candy, I want you to spy on Bally's and make sure Justin hasn't set up trail cams in the casino.
I hate staying at Bally's. Bally's is so good.
Oh no, we're not staying at Bally's. We're staying at the Polo Towers.
Okay. Oh,
So
I
it
know where
has
that's at. That's nice.
is it? Because like we got the suite.
Yeah, it used to be what it used to be because we used to have timeshare there. It used to be a timeshare. I
Really?
don't know if it still is. Yeah.
Huh.
That was like back in the 90s though.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Timeshares.
That's the thing of the past. What a
That's kind
ripoff.
of a good thing because it's like that was the one thing that always messed up, borrowers being able to get qualified mortgages. They had a timeshare.
I know.
Like I had a borrower once who got approved, and then after they got approved, they went out and got a timeshare, and then they were not approved.
Yeah, people are like, you can't add anything to your credit, guys. Like, no. They still try to sell the timeshares in Vegas. They were trying to sell me one in the Venetian like last year.
Jeez.
I'm like, no, I'm good. Because
Wonder how
they
she's.
offer you those like free stays or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you're in it, you're in it.
No, thank you.
Well, thank
But
you.
we were gonna stay at the Paris because it was like we were trying to stay, wherever the everyone else is, and everyone was basically staying at Flamingo, which I started the Flamingo. I was like, everyone should stay at Flamingo. So everyone gravitated to Flamingo. And by the time I was talking to Ashley about like, oh, what should we get? We want a suite. All the suites were taken at the Flamingo. And then we were wanting a suite that had like separate bedrooms. And so at the Polo, we
Mhm.
found that one. It was a king suite and then a queen suite, separate bedrooms and like our own bathrooms.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. But I'm like, I'm just gonna, go solo because men suck.
Yeah, we usually do the Venetian.
Isn't the Venetian one really expensive too?
I get free rooms there, so not
That's pretty cool.
always. And then the old Hard Rock, it's Virgin. It's a little off the strip, but not too far.
Yeah.
Their rooms are pretty nice now because they redid the whole thing and it's not too expensive. We always stay in Ruby Tower.
Interesting.
Yeah, the rooms are pretty nice. They're modern. It's like um Austin, that has like the Austin Powers, 70s feel to it.
Uh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's nice though.
What was the one that I stayed at in February with Mindy and everyone? It was oh my God, I forgot what it was called. It was like one of the most expensive fucking hotels there is.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. That one's really nice. It's for adults only, right?
Yeah, the Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah,
I was
that
so
one's.
pissed though, because like, so Candace and I got there before Mindy and James got there, right? And
Mhm.
they messed up and they didn't book the suite until like the following day. And so they're like, we'll pay for your just regular room, and then tomorrow we'll be able to stay all together. And we're like, okay, so we show up there and they're like, we're gonna need a card on file. And I'm like, well, they already said they paid for it. And they're like, we're gonna need a card on file. I'm like, okay. So I was like, fine. And I give them my card. Well, when you stay at that hotel, they do like a $700 to $800 hold on your fucking card.
Yeah, yeah. And then they release it later.
Yeah. So like the whole time I was in Vegas, like I think I brought like $1,200 or something with me. And so when it got to $800, it was like not letting me use my card. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's why, like, when I do that, I'll order like room service or something there. And then you get points and you go play in the casino, you get a player's card and they start sending you free rooms.
Ah, interesting.
So you just go play a little bit, you order stuff, it earns you points, and then they start shooting you over free rooms and stuff.
I have a player's card from all the times I went to Vegas with DJ. I need to find those. I think that's in my box.
You can just go up to the counter and get a copy of one.
Really?
Yeah, to the cashier.
That'd be funny if I took his too. Be like, screw you, wasted 16 years of my life. I'm taking your free rooms.
Yeah, they won't let you though. They has to go by your name.
No, I have my own name on it. It was mainly like, I think it was mainly my card that we used.
Oh, well,
So I just think it's funny though. I'm like, screw you.
I know my son is, I just got an offer from Venetian today. My son's like, I want to go. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere near Vegas right now
Why?
because I'm just this big Oompa Loompa and I just don't feel like going anywhere far.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like something bad's gonna happen. I'm like, no.
No, I'm lazy.
Yeah, me too. I'm honestly shocked. I'm like getting myself to go. It's mainly because I just want to like hang out with, Ben and Ashley and stuff.
Mhm.
But I'm just like, why am I doing this? I can't even go across the street. Now I'm gonna fly to Vegas.
Out of your comfort zone. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's like they say that as long as you do what's not comfortable, that means you're growing and, changing and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, let's go do very uncomfortable things like Vegas. My number one uncomfortable spot.
Vegas can be fun though.
Yeah, like I've gone to Vegas when it wasn't with DJ. I went with like Beige, Cat, Barham, and all them. That was like the most fun time in Vegas. Oh my God. We like partied all night. We did VIP everything, like the clubs. We had the limousine service. Like it was so much fun.
Yeah. I
So
just, honestly, I like to go sit there and play blackjack. It sounds so boring. Like I'd rather go do that and hang out and just, I don't know, than go to like the shows and all that.
yeah, I like to do slot machines. Those are pretty fun.
Yeah, they're all rigged though, so
No, they're not. There's
yeah.
this one, I showed Candace this when we were at Vegas. There's this one game or slot machine in front of oh my God, House of Blues. And it's like right on the corner. Like there's the entrance to House of Blues is right on the corner, and they change it every year. First it was Batman, that was Britney Spears. Then when I showed Candace, it was Lord of the Rings. And I put like I think $20 into it, and I changed it from $20 to $1,000 because I got the bonus round. And when you get the bonus, you're actually supposed to play the game. You're not supposed to sit there and watch it. You're supposed to interact with it. And when you
Yeah.
interact with it, you win more. And so she was like, "Oh my God, I've never seen this before." I'm like, yep.
Yeah, they like well maybe that one's like always hitting, I don't know, but they like the ones by the bathrooms are always the ones that you hardly ever win, or by the restaurants and stuff. Because people just go and they sit there real quick while they're waiting for their tables and they throw money in. So they always make it to where you win.
Huh.
Yeah.
I went to Pachanga with DJ. It was just like randomly he wanted to go. This is like one of the last times before he sucked. And so he wanted to go, and he got us like, I think he gave me $300. He had $300, and I ended up winning like $1,500 on my last 20. Like I always turn 20s into 1,000 or 1,000 more. It's so funny. And I did it right in front of him because I had my last $20 and he had a couple hundred left. And it was actually one of the machines by the bathroom because he went to the bathroom and I was bored and I waited for him to come out. And when he came out, I won. It was like a Marilyn Monroe game, and I won like a huge bonus. And he's like, wait, what the hell? But it was funny because after that, he made me leave. He's like, okay, we're not spending anything now. I'm like, but I turned a $20 into 1,000. Now I got 1,000. Let me turn the 20s of these thousands into more thousands.
Maybe it's just your energy when you're around these machines because I don't know.
Oh, I always win. But you know what's funny? Mindy is like fucking luckier than me because I'm the one that's always like, oh yeah, I win on slot machines. I watched this woman win thousands of dollars nonstop the entire time we were there. And I was like, I've never seen this happen in my entire life. Like
You
she
know,
kept winning.
my dad, like, well, he lives, by casinos anyway. He's always at the casino, but he always wins on 4-card Keno, like thousands and thousands of dollars. Like he doesn't even play.
How was that game?
It's just a slot machine game, 4-card Keno, and he'll win like jackpots upon jackpots. He just is one of those people who win.
Yeah.
I mean, he was banned from the floating casino in Havasu because he won way too much, too many times when he used to live out there.
That makes sense though.
Well, yeah, but I'm just like, geez, dude, how do you always win?
I think it's the mindset, maybe.
He's just always been a gambler.
Like I don't really like gambling per se, especially like, blackjack or anything like that. I'm not really that much of a gambler, but I just like slot machines. But then I'll stop. Like I know when to stop when I need to.
Yeah, I'll stop too, but I love my blackjack.
I'm pretty good at blackjack. One year DJ took me to Vegas for my birthday, but it was like right after, I think it was a year or two after I got lost in Vegas when I was with Bijou and all them. So I was kind of like traumatized. And he took me to the Cosmopolitan, which is where I got lost. and I think he was doing E or something. Like he was being a dumbass, and so he wanted to go dance. And I was like, I don't want to. I just want to like just stay away from the crowds and play like blackjack. And I was winning a lot too, and he fucked that up. And so he drugged me into the very spot that I got lost last time. And I like started having like PTSD panic attack. And I was just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And I like ran. I was like, because it
Oh
was
my God.
traumatizing the first time I got lost in fucking hotel. Oh, it's no
Yeah.
fun. I like walked around like a zombie for like 2 hours looking for everybody because like the Byram had my phone, my wallet, my room key, and all my money. So because he went in the bathroom and I was standing in line waiting for him, and it turns out the bathroom had 2 exits.
No. Oh man, so you went out the wrong one.
Yeah, and so I went to the door guy, and I'm like, I lost my friend, and he's like, oh, you're not gonna find him until like 3 a.m. because the Cosmopolitan has like three different levels, I think, of like clubs and all that other stuff with the big chandelier. So
Yeah.
once you lose them, it's like you really won't be able to find him. And when I went in there, I was like, you know what? I'll be able to find him. He's really tall, anyways. And I went in, and some guy just grabbed me and sucked me into like the mosh pit of people. And I was like, ah, fucking sucked.
Oh my God.
So that's why I'm like, I don't like to go to Vegas alone too much because, you know, crowds and people that touch you. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But it's different now, anyways, because I'm older and apparently I'm like falling apart because the last 2 times I was in Vegas, you know how you just like walk the casinos and stuff?
Yeah.
I'll like walk and then all of a sudden my back will just be like, not today, bitch. And I gotta sit down. I'm like, I don't feel good. This hurts. Like, I don't know what happened to me, but that's just what's happening now.
I don't know. Whenever I go, I just kind of stay around my hotels or wherever I'm at. I don't know why I do that. Stay in my familiar areas.
What, stay instead of going out?
No, like just around the area. Like I don't go walking the strip. I don't do any of that stuff. I used to when I was like in my 20s, but now I'm just like, you
I know
know?
it's like night and day.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm good. Like I just want to go and drink my drinks and play my blackjack, have some good food.
Always yes to good food.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the main reasons why I like to go to Vegas is because of the amazing food you get to have.
Yeah, they have this really good Thai place up there.
At Vegas?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's like a little hole in the wall, but it's so good. And then they have this good taco shop that's like down at the end of the strip. Just stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Now I'm just sounding like a fatty.
No, I like talking about food. I have no problem talking about food. Ow.
The
Trying to get
best
my
French toast I've ever had is at the Virgin, though. I'll say that.
the
It's
where?
called Dolce de Leche at the Virgin Hotel.
Huh.
It's the best stuff I've ever had in my life.
That sounds bomb.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try that. Where's the Virgin in comparison to where we are?
It's where Rock used to be. So it's off of Tropicana, I think.
Oh, Tropicana?
I think so.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to convince Ben and Ashley to go there, but maybe I can try.
Yeah, well, I got it for room service. I don't know what restaurant it'll be out of. It's probably out of the cafe, I'm sure. Yeah, it is. And their hash browns are so good. Now I'm getting hungry.
You're like, you're gonna have to go across the street now, bitch.
Heck no. Yeah, no, it's so good. And then they have the beach house there. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. They've changed it a lot. They have olives. Olives is really good.
What the heck is that?
It's like a really good like specialty restaurant. It's a la carte. It's expensive.
Huh. I wanted to try and do another escape room, but I don't know if Ben and Ashley are going to be down for that. So far, I'm 5 for 5. I'm like, I think escape rooms are awesome. Like yesterday when I jumped on Streets Live, he like decided to go live randomly.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to convince him to go to WSOF. I'm like, dude, that'd be so cool if you went. And they were saying like, no, I don't like your people and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, whatever. They're like, if I did go, I'd go to escape room and get really drunk beforehand. I'm like, that's literally what we do. Like, it was literally what we did last time. I think Christy tried doing that with people before a few times too. Um, so yeah, it's just fun. They have some really good escape rooms too.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
sure they do. I mean, it's Vegas, you know?
well, they have the what you call it, the zombie game too, because we decided to do the escape room the first day, and that was fun. That was the Atlantis one. Is the second hardest one that like barely anyone passes. And then the other one we did like this virtual zombie game,
Mhm.
and I was violently hungover. Like I was so hungover, I probably shouldn't even be functioning because I think I was still drunk. But we were doing the zombie thing, and they gave you like those sensor pads. Like they gave you the vest, and then the headset, and then the fake plastic guns, and then the like things around your ankles and around your wrists, so you could feel everything.
Mhm.
And anytime a zombie got you, you feel it. Like it literally felt like something was getting you, and the virtual goggles made it seem like, yeah, they got you. And so I got two guns, and I was like really happy because I was the first one to pick, I think, and I ended up getting the two guns, which is good because I had to cover the back door, which was like wide open to all the zombies, and then I also had to cover the staircase, and the rest of everyone was like covering other parts, but I had like double to cover. And there's this part where the zombies all come in, and I'm like shooting them up, I'm shooting the stairs, I'm like, okay, I got this, it's cool. And then out of nowhere you got zombie rats, and so they have me on video where I'm like two-step dancing virtually, like trying to get the rats off my fucking ankles and shit, and I'm like shooting at the floor, I'm like twinkle dancing. And it was really cool until there's this one zombie that broke out of the ceiling, and then
Mhm.
next thing you know, it was literally right above me, and it had this like zombie tongue, and it wrapped its tongue around my neck and started choking me. And like you could feel it too. It was so weird. And when they do that, like you can't shoot, you can't do anything. Like it basically is like sucking your life away. And the other teammates, they weren't covering me. So then a zombie came in and just literally tore my throat out, where there was like blood all in the receiver of my eyes. And
Jeez.
all of a sudden I had like a panic attack. Like next thing you know, they're like, Kenny, you were standing up. And next thing you know, in the game, you were on the floor, just like twitching and shit. And I'm like, well, in real life, I almost fell over and they had to take me out of the game.
Oh my God.
I was so mad too because I was getting the most kills. Like I doubled the guns. I was killing everybody. I was kicking ass. And then at the very end, I was like, I cannot breathe. And I was like, get this shit off of me. And so they got it off. And I thought, oh, they'll just let me sit and like catch my breath. No, after you're out of the thing, they like completely delete you. And I was like, fuck. So all my points and shit went to Candace. And I was like, she can't even shoot. Finally found your channel. Hey, Lucky. Yeah, I'm not really trying to share my channel as much. My channel just got it's MIA pretty much. People are like, I'm finding you. I'm like, nope, I'm hiding. I am
Sort of.
hiding for a reason.
Just a tad.
Just a wee bit. Yeah, I was thinking about some other fun things I could do in Vegas. I think mainly I just want to walk around and drink fish bowls.
Yeah, I like shopping and stuff.
Yeah, shopping's good too. But I mean, with the crowd I go for, like with the Chase community, it's already like kind of planned. So I think the first night they said it's gonna be meeting up at the Cabinet, which is like the speakeasy bar.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it seems kind of cool. I'm like, I like speakeasies. And then after that they're doing the party bus. Ben and Ashley don't want to do the party bus, so I'm like, okay. But basically they're doing Fremont Street where you walk around and then you bar hop and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
which it's freezing cold, so I'm gonna be dressed like an Eskimo probably. We have like
Interesting.
40 fucking degrees out in Vegas. So I'm like, that's too cold for my California ass. Thank you. And then I think after that we're doing no, I think that's it for the first night. And then Saturday is the tournament. So I think people are gonna meet up, get brunch or something, and then there's like some searcher meetup somewhere. And then you go to Bally's, aka with the horseshoe, to learn how to play poker, like learn about new treasure hunts or something. And then I think at 5 or 6 there's the tournament for poker, but it's like chaser poker, which I am not probably gonna do. And then after poker, then they're having the after party at Ellis Island, which is karaoke. They're
You and karaoke. I just can never get into karaoke.
gonna have the karaoke contest.
Yeah, I know you're good at it, but my voice is definitely not a good voice. You don't want to hear
But I think I was better when you heard it because I was drinking and I did not hold back.
it.
And that lady, she really did give me like freaking alcohol infused jalapeno something.
That was really strange. And soap.
Yeah, it tasted like soap and then the jalapeno soaked cherries. Like it was so weird.
Cross contamination. They didn't rinse the glasses well enough.
Probably. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, well, if I'm gonna be doing karaoke contests, I should probably make sure I've got a few of those in my system before I start.
Oh my gosh.
Because I always
Dude,
start like sober.
have you heard of all the stuff with the new smart cities?
Smart cities?
Yeah.
No.
Oh my gosh. So one of the things, sorry, I just came across it again. One of the things that they're doing, because we have the big buildings that like um aren't being occupied anymore. They're just empty because employers would rather have their employees work from home, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna start taking all those and turning them into like condos and all that. And they're gonna make these cities that are called smart cities. And just like, so there's gonna be people on the outside that live like in the country, and then there's gonna be people that are allowed in smart cities who are I don't want to say it because I hate talking about all this stuff, but like the people who are going to be vaxxed and all of that, they're allowed to be in there, but you're not. Like you're going to be set. There's going to be a separation of people.
Why do I feel like this is Raccoon City all over again?
There's a movie on it. I watched it last year. It's basically explaining the whole thing because they put everything in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to wear these watches. They're like kind of like Apple watches. And if you go outside a border or whatever, they know. It's
What
just
the
crazy.
hell?
Yeah.
I'd rather live on Mars at this point. I should have taken Elon Musk up on his offer last year.
Yeah.
That's just insane. Like fucking smartwatches and smart cities. You know that they're probably gonna keep like I'm pretty sure the people who are vaccinated are gonna turn into zombies. Okay. It's not us, it's them. They're gonna be zombies.
Oh, it's gonna, yeah, because there has it's sound wave whatever. So they're gonna take
Oh,
the sound
the
waves in the
5G?
metals, yeah, and the heavy metals from, and the sound waves are gonna basically they're gonna do something to where the sound waves are gonna make them turn into like zombies, pretty much.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah. That's why they put up all the 5G towers. And then they can, you know, I don't know. There's this whole video on it, how they can basically make people that aren't not want to move or anything just by the sound waves, because sound has healing powers, right? There's a lot to sound. And
Yeah.
so they can use a certain frequency that will make people almost just want to like crawl out of their skin that are vaccinated because they have all the heavy metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's something's gonna make them want to eat unvaccinated.
Well, so did you see I used to read this one book because I was like really interested in zombies and stuff. And
Uh-huh.
they actually used sound waves and vibrations mixed with the venom of a pufferfish
Yeah.
to create this type of powder that reanimated the dead.
Yeah. Well, they even do it with like modern music, like, well, old school music too,
Oh,
but
like the Tyga shit, the Tyga concert.
yeah, yeah, like that. But I was referring to something else, but yes, like that. Mm-hmm. But they keep the frequency of the music, especially like in the early 2000s, late 90s, like Dre and all that. They talk about how they keep it at a frequency to control people.
Yeah, I mean,
Kanye
they
talked
were,
about the sound frequency
yeah,
like a couple months ago. I forgot about that.
but they also were saying, so God, I forgot, it was like maybe the 90s or 2000s when this happened. Uh, there were people that ended up getting crushed to death and died at concerts on the same day. It was just different. Like, I think it was like 20 years ago, something like that. Just like the Tiger concert.
Yeah. So you can be healed by sound, you can be disabled by sound. There's a lot that you can do with sound frequencies because we're all a part of energy, and our
Yeah.
energy in our body is a part of the sound frequency because everything's energy, right? So they
Energy
can
and
totally
vibration.
mess with you.
Well, that's why sacred geometry is such a fucking trip.
Yeah.
And that's why, Nikola Tesla was so obsessed with, 369,
Yeah.
the golden ratio, I believe he called it. Which when I read up on sacred geometry, I get tripped out. Like my mom bought me a book like way back when I was a kid. And I was like, when am I gonna read this, Mom? You're weird. Like, I don't care about this. Now I'm like, Mom, I need more. And she's like, I don't know where they are. I'm like, but I need more. I'm like finally old enough to understand there's a method to your weird madness. Because she used to talk about a lot of weird shit like reptilians and like all this stuff. And I'm like, what? Like the Pleiades? I'm like, yeah, the star constellation. She's like, no, the light bringers, blah, blah. I'm like, you're a weird mom. Tesla never said five. No, I said 269. He said it's the golden ratio, Benjamin. God damn it, you're gonna make me stop to just prove my point. Hold please. Tesla. I think it's 369 I think golden ratio. I think that's what's called. Ugh. Benjamin. The golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, 369, Nikola Tesla. 1.618 of pi, Hives and golden ratio. So it appears naturally in all aspects of life. Petals on a rose, body ratios in human nature, like that whole thing. And why some call it the key to the universe. Then I didn't say 569. I said 369. Thank you. 369 has been proven. I know. Structural geometry of a pyramid and the natural shape of a diamond. Yup. Oh, did I lose you, Heather? Did I
I
lose
accidentally
Heather?
muted myself.
Oh,
I didn't mean to.
yelling
So
around.
check this out. So this is what it is. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm so out of it today. My brain is fried. It's okay. So in the smart cities, if your social credit score drops, that means you can't buy certain foods, you can't go to certain places, your kids can't get into certain schools. Like you have to keep your social credit score up. Isn't that crazy? And
Like,
they'll know if you talk about certain things and they'll drop your like say like you're in an airport and they don't give you the plane that you wanted or whatever and you get angry, they'll drop your social credit score.
oh, well, then I'm doomed. I should already just be booking a flight to Mars. They'd be like, Candy's angry all the time. Like, what the fuck's wrong with this bitch?
I know. Anyway, I just found it. I was like, I can't think today. I don't know what is wrong with me.
Maybe it's the sound frequencies.
It's the 5G. Or it's the
Ah,
baby draining my brain of all knowledge and nutrition.
that's funny.
Dude, I can
Meanwhile,
usually tell you about everything. I literally can't.
honestly, I usually am more on my game too. And right now I'm like, why am I live? Oh yeah, Sophie D told me to go live. Sophie D that
Yeah,
never
today's
reveals
not going to be the
more.
greatest for me.
Huh?
I said today's not the greatest
Well, at least you're
moment
like
for me.
free. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I think it's just, I'm just drained.
yeah, I'm drained too. I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want to. I'm like way ahead of my hires and everything on my quota. But now I'm just like, I don't want to be social. I don't want to do things. I just want to chill. I'll be a nerd live from the comfort of my bed.
Ugh, I hear that. I was shopping earlier. Then I'm like, I need to stop shopping.
I went shopping too. I got you your sweater. I got Ashley her bracelet. I got some really cute like fake leather pants and a bodysuit for Vegas because I think that'd be a cute outfit. And then I got the ponytail. And then what else did I get? Oh, fuck. Oh, I got my dad's Christmas gift. Is Ben telling me to check my DMs again, or is he telling Sophie D? Oh God, hold on. Benjamin, what are you sending me now?
I feel like I
Okay.
need coffee, but I'll regret it.
Shiloh's like, oh, oh. I almost read that out loud. Ah, 369 theory. Truth or fiction. The concept of manifesting has become popular on platforms like TikTok, and posts often mention a purported Nikola Tesla quote about 369, the secrets of the universe. No,
There's
it's a
also
golden.
the infinite sign too.
Yeah, but Nikola Tesla did. He did the golden ratio. He did say it. There's like literally the conference where he was doing the music with it.
Yeah. Did you know that you know how there's mud cities or whatever from all the giants?
Yeah.
And then there was even like you can see the history of how because Earth is supposed to be the energy dome or whatever. And from the different lighting and stuff of like the glass and stuff. I can't even talk. The glass coming in from the sun energy would absorb it and it would keep positive energy and it would heal your body. And then they had the pipes, the sound pipes. So it was like a whole healing, like um, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a room, but it was like a sanctuary.
Okay.
So they used to have those here and they started burying them with the mud, in the mud floods.
Well, didn't like a scientist rediscover that and then they ended up killing him for his invention?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because it's all healing energies because frequencies.
Well, it's
God,
not
I
just
need to get
that,
my
it's like
vocabulary together today.
no,
Jeez,
you're
don't even
fine.
ask me to talk. I can't talk.
You're like, you better feel loved. I'm on here right now.
No, it's fine.
I
Catch me
see.
in the morning, I'll be full of information.
Right?
Mm.
Best related to fractals. Yes, Zozo. Read the whole thing. He never said it. It's the worst lie on the internet. Ben's yelling in all caps now. Benjamin, you are more than welcome to hit this join Zoom link. Oh shit, I forgot. Hold on. It went away. I gotta put it back up. My bad. Oh, now I see your picture. I acknowledge your picture because it took you a very long time to put it up there.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not here today.
It's fine. I deleted my channel and I haven't been on it for like 6 months, right? And it took me forever to figure out how to share the link. I'm like, how do we bring people onto the Zoom again?
Oh my goodness.
The real quote is, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Yeah, and he quotes the freaking golden ratio.
If you want to hear someone that's full of energy, you need to have Ryan come on. He will tell you everything. That boy remembers everything.
Dude, that's what Terrence was too. I'm kind of sad that like it was super like, I guess you could say it was like really nice, and then it just like fizzled out in like 2 days just because I was like, I don't want to talk on the phone. Like, what the fuck? All I do is talk.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
all he does. So what is he talking about?
I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. Whatever.
I saw one of his videos today for training. It was so funny. I'm like, oh, that's what he looks like.
Wait, you didn't know what he looked like?
I did, but I never like paid full attention because I was always running back and forth, you know?
I
And
saw, I saw his photo. He went to a wedding, right? I saw his photo on Instagram and I commented back because I think I was drinking that night. I'm like, sexy rabbi.
oh my God. Oh yeah, you did send me a picture. That's right, you did. I think he had a hat on though.
He did.
Yeah, that's why I thought he looked different because I was like, oh, he's bald. That's right.
Let's see. Forrest Fenn's hunt will go down as the greatest hunt ever. Theodore Roosevelt. Fucking Sophie. Sophie D, you crazy motherfucker. This is how fake news spreads. The golden ratio is something else. No, it's not. Oh my God. Hold on.
We need to reconvene this conversation when I have a brain.
I know, but I'm like trying to go up against Benjamin and he's an archaeologist, so I gotta.
Oh, good luck today with me.
Normally I'm like totally
We're gonna
off.
lose.
I can't do it right now. I'm like, I don't know. I've had a migraine for like the past 3 days. Maybe if I drink water. I haven't really drank water today.
Oh, well, that's not good. Did you know fruit has more hydration in it than water that or poisonous water? Just kidding.
Oh, well, I mean, I have watermelon juice. Maybe I should pour that shit.
Yeah, watermelon is really good for you.
But I could also pour the watermelon juice with my Chardonnay. What's up?
Oh, then you're just gonna re-dehydrate yourself. It's like the opposite effect.
I'd probably be so sassy too. Wake up the next morning for work and be like, no, Karen, I don't want to interview you.
Oh my gosh.
Superficial research, internet versus old books. I mean, I'm not going off of internet. I'm going after what my mom used to talk to me about. This is how fake news spreads. Did you know Ben is so competitive that yesterday we were playing like games in the Discord for the Christmas party? And he got so competitive, I left. I was like, sir, you were making this no fun no more. You were ready to cut a bitch. Like,
I honestly did hear something about the 369 theory being not what like falsificated or whatever. I did hear
oh,
something.
he's joining. He's joining. Oh God.
Oh, here we go. See, I don't even want to talk about it because I'm not sure.
Go for it. You were kind of alluding to what he's trying to allude to, so go for it.
No, I heard it somewhere. I'd have to re-listen or reread. You know how you see stuff and then you just forget. Well, not forget, like it stays subconsciously, but then, you know.
But I remember when I was reading about it, it wasn't like based on manifestation. It was based off of sacred geometry. And
I
Nikola
can't hear
Tesla was
shit.
talking about sacred geometry. And he mentioned 369 for the golden ratio, but it wasn't based off of
What's
manifestation.
going on?
Can you hear me?
We can hear
I like
you.
the speaker. Oh.
You look like you rolled out of bed.
All right, no, I figured
I
out.
have to come on now.
I it's been lazy day for me. Okay, look. I have news for you. I had this debate because I was on your side of the debate 5 years ago. And then someone had to be me right now and tell me, Ben, no, he never fucking said it. And I went, no, fuck you. Yes, he did. I mean, I was you. I'm telling
I did
you.
see that somewhere. I saw it somewhere and I'm trying to think of where I saw it. Anyway, keep going. Sorry.
I promise you, you will see it everywhere on the internet. It is all over the place. It is treated as if it is 100% fact. I triple checked it and I was like, yeah, no, he fucking said it. No, he fucking didn't. And the link I sent you, Candy, goes over the entire history on the internet of how this quote originated and where it morphed from. Again, the original quote is, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That's it.
Yeah,
he never says 369.
Yeah, that's exactly what I read. He's right. I did read that somewhere.
The 369 thing has been like added after the fact. I even researched this. I was like, all right, I'm going to debunk the debunking. And I would research 369 and Tesla and find his fucking notes on PDFs to read. He had an obsession with the number 3. Yes. But that's it.
But didn't they include like the infinite within that or something like that? I have to find where
he talks about all sorts of crazy shit, and he talked crazy in terms of fun. I don't mean crazy in terms of he's an idiot or something.
Right.
And he certainly talks about the golden ratio in other quotes. He certainly talks about science and physics in a way that was ostracized and made him look like an asshole when he was right the whole time. I'm not trying to take anything away from Nikola Tesla. I'm just saying he never said this one thing. And for some reason, it has taken hold of the internet. And it's not just Candy. It's me too. It's everyone. And if we can do that with Tesla, how many other people have we fucked up quotes with? Like, it makes me a little worried.
I mean, we've really fucked up quotes with Forrest Fenn.
Right. And we have the source material at our fingertips anytime we want. Terry Scant on Amazon Kindle. It's like $2.
I own that. It's unfortunate, but I own that.
But even and Candy, you and I and Heather, I don't know if you do this all the time either. I don't know really who you are, but
she's my best friend.
Those in chat, like, we're on that. We're looking at Fenn's quotes all the time, every day, and we still get it wrong.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know any about the chase.
This is why I don't believe in the Bible.
Oh, don't get me started on that. I'm right there with you on that.
This is a game of telephone that first of all, the story of our Lord and Savior here skips, the interesting time. It stops at 13, starts up again at 33, and right. He's dead. Okay, great. And then for 50 years, nothing is written down. It is all passed through word of mouth. Then it's written down. And then 350 years after that, a group of 17 or 20 men decide, nope, we don't like this. Nope, we don't like that. So we had a 400-year game of telephone with no news, no television, no radio, no internet. And you're telling me I'm supposed to believe what a group of 20 fucking random adult males wanted to put into a book? Go fuck yourself. Sorry, anyway.
Yeah, and then they're saying the Garden of Eden is actually the North Pole.
Sure, why not? We're not allowed there. And in flat Earth theory, North Pole is, I think, or South Pole, I think, is supposedly like a Garden of Eden, right? Admiral Byrd said that
was Antarctica.
Yeah, Antarctica. Well, that's South Pole, right? And so if you believe Admiral Byrd, if you make it past the ice barrier, you go another. What did he go? Did he go?
Well, there's other.
How many miles in did he go? Didn't he go 50 miles in, and then he said he claimed to have seen lush green land?
Yeah, he went. They called it Agartha.
That's crazy shit.
We're basically prisoners in this area.
I don't know what I just walked into, but I go flat Earth on this. But.
I'm like, now my light bulbs are turning on.
You're like, you've triggered our passion.
I just wanted to say, listen, I was bored. I was going to make a bet on the last college basketball game of the day because I was so bored. But then I don't make bets on.
It's all rigged. I'll just give it up for you. It's all rigged.
It feels that way.
It is.
I just find it funny that Ben's over here talking about Agartha.
My
Look,
husband got really sad the other day because he found out his team was rigged.
it I look, the only thing that really made me want to come on, I'm only going to come on for a minute, but it was this whole 360, because it's not your fault either. Like my caps, all cap typing, yelling isn't like real anger. It's just like, oh God, this fucking topic pisses me off.
The fuckery.
It's just, it pisses me off how everybody, including myself, get swept into this brainwashing of facts that aren't facts. And listen, I'm not gonna make this political, but I don't care. I didn't vote for Donald Trump, but I also didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. I also didn't vote for Joe Biden. They're all a bunch of fucking scumbags, every single one of them. The same family members who told me they hated Trump and everything he stood for also told me I needed to get the vaccination right the fuck away. Huh? This is Trump's vaccine, and you told me he's the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. He couldn't run a company to save his life, and they pushed this vaccine out in record time under Trump, and now you're telling me to take it? You guys couldn't be the biggest hypocrites if you fucking tried. So they're all a bunch of liars. They're all a bunch of scumbags, and we live in a world of make-believe. And unfortunately, it was Trump who was the first person to say, some of this shit's fake. And those on the other side who would have believed, yeah, some of this is fake, got so wrapped up in their anger of Trump that they no longer could see that some of this was fake. And they bought in more and they invested more into their side. And we're at a time now that's so polarized. I expect a civil war every goddamn minute of the day. Sorry. Wow. I don't know where that came from.
Civil war.
I'm gonna shut up now.
We're already there, though. That's what people don't get. You're already in the war.
Yeah, I believe that. I truly do. I've lived in enough places in this country and talked to enough people where I can have a beer with someone and they will just sometimes pour their heart out, and it'll be shit sometimes I'm not interested in. It'll be scary stuff. It'll be boring stuff. It'll be interesting stuff. But I've talked to enough people around, like, they're sick of it. And if you think they're just chilling in their fucking what's the movie, Napoleon Dynamite, where they show, like, I think some random town in Texas or something, and it's just a bunch of poor people living in their buildings that look like fucking trailers.
Oh, we're shit to them. Yeah.
It's just you don't get it. You don't get what's going on in this country.
We're in an information war,
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, I am blurry lucky. Normally I care about this kind of shit, but not right now.
Well, I want to hear too, Ben, what you're talking about with Georgetown, Texas. What's up with that?
I don't know what's up with that. That's why I was sending that to you for. It's a silly little coincidence that our finder went to Georgetown.
Yeah.
And the secret company that is running San Lazaro and paying the property taxes for San Lazaro as of 2020 is out of a Georgetown, Texas. That's strange. What's stranger still is you knew the LLCs. You were like, no, Ben, it's the 1988 one. And I'm like sitting over here going, yeah, I know, Candy. I fucking posted that. We've always talked about the 88 one, but now we have an 88, we have an 89, we have a 2010, and now we have a 2022 version of this LLC. We have 4 different LLCs, and none of them match the address that's actually getting the property tax bill.
Yeah.
This smells of a shell game.
I already found this shell company, remember?
No. There's plenty of shell company. We've all found that. Remember, there's the LLCs that come out of Ha 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 that are, 9 Mile Canyon on 9 Mile Road, 9 Mile Falls. The LLC game is part of this, and some of this is connected to Fenn Enterprises LLC. This is all strangely part of some kind of game. I just wonder if we are seeing a game that was meant to be seen, or if this was a game to just not pay as much taxes. I don't feel like fucking up someone's shell scheme to evade the IRS.
Well, Sophie,
if it's part of the chase, then I care.
Annoyed. Like,
Say
Sophie
again?
was like, you nosy motherfuckers. Like,
well, and that's what I mean. Like, you know who I think Sophie is, and they make the right jokes at the right time to
I don't
almost
know. I'm
confirm
debating.
it.
Like I'm debating because there's like some elements that makes me think, yeah, Sophie could be. But then I'm like, it more so seems like Sophie is associated with who we think it could be.
I mean, that could be it too.
Or am I saying who could be? I said like 20 minutes ago, I think Sophie Shiloh, and then I was like, could be someone associated with Shiloh.
You know what? Hey, I'm not going to be vain, but the blur that you guys are talking about in chat, I think that's just this Zoom meeting. I don't think it's in like 720p.
It's not the Zoom meeting, you goober. It's your camera.
No, my camera's, but see, I'm looking at Zoom right now, or Zoom meeting. My camera's in focus in our Zoom meeting, so
Well,
it's
then
not that.
go to your settings in Zoom and fix the HP.
Oh, is that what I have to do?
Yeah.
Where's setting? I don't see a settings button anywhere.
You're on your computer, right?
Oh, there's little dots. Nope, that dot doesn't give me the.
No, you don't exit out of the Zoom, but go out of the meeting. And then once you get out of the meeting, you can still be live, but you exit out of the meeting and then it'll show you more options. Like it'll show meetings, team chat, contacts, and more. You click more, and then that lets you do other things. Like you go to settings meetings, you could go turn off my video, touch up my appearance, backgrounds and effects, aspect ratio, HD video. You want to hit HD video. Then did that thing again where he fucked up. It shows he's off camera and on mute. Okay, are you back?
I think I fixed it when I did that, though. I'm not sure.
Ask everyone
Looks
else.
better to me.
So blurry.
When I clicked it, I was like, "Yep, that's what I was supposed to not do."
Heather's probably all riled up because of politics.
I didn't mean to rile it.
Oh, I'm not riled up. We all have our own opinions, you know. I think it's all a game, to be honest, but
And that's where I'm at. I used to be the political scientist kind of kid, and I
like,
was.
but what if it is demolition, or what if it is, I've gone down so many different holes to like try to figure it out. It's almost like it's just all information war. That's all it is.
I mean, knowledge is power.
Yeah, and I think a lot of this is meant to be confusing in a game.
Yeah, I mean, if you start looking into Knights of Malta, that'll take you down a whole nother rabbit hole.
Knights of Malta. No wonder you two are best friends. Who the fuck are the Knights of Malta?
Good question. You should probably look into it.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
I'm gonna Google it
Knights of Malta. Wikipedia. Knights of Malta us.org. Interesting.
Oh my god.
Now let's click that one. Just
There's
So
like the
military
main
order of
leaders in the
Malta.
background that are running the world on top of all the billionaires.
Oh, I looked into that before.
Not
but
billionaires, but
Malta.
obviously billionaires are nothing to them, but
Well, do you remember oh my god, so who was the redhead that ran everything in the war? Shit, I forgot his name right now.
only men can be a part of Knights of Malta, by the way.
Just like only
Of
men
course.
can be, in the Freemasons.
You remember that book that I was talking about from the Council of Nicaea? It made you women look like shit. No wonder that only men get to run shit now. Blame it on the Bible.
Well, yeah, because the women are actually more powerful than men.
So you say.
No, it's true. Back then, that's why they like turned us into property and literally bartered us off.
If you were so powerful, why didn't you stop it?
Enslavement.
Oh God, but if you were so powerful, why didn't you stop it?
Bitch, do you not know what Cleopatra did? Come on.
She started a war, yeah, so what?
She didn't just start a war. She slept with all the fucking like war chiefs and had
All
them
that proves is every time someone says, well, if women were in charge, there'd be no war. Fuck you. Yes, there would be.
always a war, but at least with women behind constructing the war, there's less casualties.
Less casualties. Do we need to get into that war?
Yes.
You're crazy, Sauce. What's up?
Just checking on you.
Are you wanting to like watch a movie or go upstairs and do whatnot? Because I can stop this right now.
I'm good. I'm good.
Ashley!
I'm good.
She shut the door. She said she's good. She didn't hear you. I have the volume down low.
You might want to go see her. She's probably sad and needs your cuddles.
We have alone time starting tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, because she's sending all the kids off into the cold.
Yep.
I helped her pick out jackets for all of them. She was like, help me find these shoes, for Maya. And I was like, okay. And I go on there and she's like, no, it's not these ones. Those are the fluffy ones. I need the other ones. I'm looking. 2 hours later, I'm still looking. And I'm like, these are the ugliest fucking shoes I've ever seen. Why are these viral? And she's like, they were on TikTok. I'm like, fuck. So he found some for her, but they were like triple the price of what they should be.
Oh, well done.
That's the only pair that existed.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Fucking great.
She wanted them. I found like different versions, so I don't know if she ended up getting them or not.
Any other overpriced objects that you got, my fiance?
I sent her a few things that she should get herself, and I sent her a few links that she should get you.
What other political topics do we want to talk about?
I still think women rule the world and men fuck it up.
It's been proven wrong. Every time you people had power, you fucked it up too, just as bad as
That's
us.
who? The dumbass men who wrote the book? Where's the fucking book written by women? They don't exist because they cover it up.
Listen,
For anything, for all we know, the Bible was probably written by women. The actual real Bible, probably. That's probably why
there was like a queen of California and she was black before
Really?
they took it over. I read that.
Queen of California.
Mm-hmm.
Let's dissect that.
What was
She was
California?
actually
California.
Was this California when it was called California? Or are you just talking about the
California's named after her, actually.
Okay. I feel like I saw this coming in oh God, what was it? Was it Zorro with Antonio Banderas? Where they were like talking about the naming of California? Because I've always wondered, like, how did they why did they
I
name it
see what it
California?
is. You're talking about a black Amazonian woman. It says the name is derived from a knightly
Khalifa.
romance
Yeah, I
book.
feel like I've heard of this.
Khalifa.
Actually. Yeah, I feel like I've heard of
Khalifa.
this.
It said it came from the 1510, and the story is about an island paradise near the Indies where beautiful black queen Khalifa ruled. She was the leader, a country of black Amazons with masses of pearls and gold.
Yeah. See, I wasn't like mocking this. I was like, wait a second. I feel like I've heard this story.
Yeah.
This is
Like I said, you hear stuff and it stays in the back of your mind and you're like,
Yes.
oh yeah, I've heard that somewhere before.
Yes, exactly.
Cortez landed with his crew in what is known today as Baja, California.
Rob, I know, right? Why do they hate men? Candy's hated men in Discord for so long. You
I
have no
don't hate
idea.
men necessarily.
I have
but
to
sure as hell
defend
don't
men in
hate 'em
my
right now.
Discord all the time.
Oh,
And
she's
then when I defend men in the Discord, Rob, I get called a misogynist.
I don't call you misogynist.
No, I know, I made that up.
I'm like, I just have to like yell over you and fucking Jeremy and the other guys and Speakeasy.
People
Is
have
it
such a fucking misconception on what goes on in there. Even when you were talking about messaging Shiloh, and I was listening to you on Street from last night, and like why must I go and Street were warning you, as they should, nicely. They weren't being dicks or anything. They were just like, hey, listen, you might not want to let people tell you what to do and like ruin your shit with Shiloh. And I'm listening going, okay, A, they don't know. B, they're not in Discord, so they don't even know that what I'm even typing was done in a light-hearted, joking way. There was no manipulation to get Candy to mess it. And Candy, I wouldn't even think you felt manipulated. You knew I was being very point blank. I was like, yeah, you should message fucking Shiloh.
was joking. That's why I said
Yeah.
I'm charging you double for.
They
for
weren't getting that
my
though.
questions.
They weren't getting the joke part of it, and they were trying to warn you, and they were looking out for you. They weren't being, like I'm saying, they weren't being dicks, but
I'm not gonna
they
lie.
weren't getting the joke. They
For a
weren't
large
understanding
portion
it.
of that stream, I was just zoning out because I was hangry, I was mad, and I was just fucking like wanting to cry over nothing. So half the shit they said, like especially when Rob and Troy were talking, I was just like, I don't even know what's happening right now. And finally I just cut it off. I'm
I heard
like,
that. Yeah.
so Street, where'd you go? Did you leave us? Like, I can't follow this, and my brain is starting to get bored.
I didn't finish it. Let me see. I'm 2 hours and 48 minutes into it so far. So I still got another hour and 40 minutes to go tomorrow.
God, I don't know how we do that. We just like fuck around and it's fun.
How often have you had this Heather person on your channel in the past?
Heather, you've been on a few times, right?
Do what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
You've been on my channel a few times, right?
I was on streaks.
Yeah, but I
Wait,
had
wait,
you on my-
wait, hold on. This is your best friend, but she's been on Street's channel?
Yeah, I brought her onto Streets because
Okay.
I think
Okay. I thought she independently went on Street's channel, and I'm like,
yeah, Heather ditched
fuck?
me for Street.
No, I'm not into the whole treasure stuff. She's tried to get me into it, but
okay,
It's
so
nothing.
you're her. Okay, Candy, you'll understand this. You're Candy's my Paul.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say
Okay.
that.
That's what it is. Okay, I understand. So you understand there's a treasure chest. Some old man hid it. We all looked for it. It was found, and we're still talking about it.
Do you
Yes.
understand
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I'm to a community that gives me mental stress on a
breakdowns.
daily basis?
Okay.
Well,
this
I
makes
have my
much more
own
sense.
like community that I X'd out because I was like, I'm not dealing with people like this. I was
Listen.
like, dude, I don't know how you do it.
Listen, Candy isn't crazy. Okay, first of all, there might not be like things like a second chest, and she might not be secretly looking for the Holy Grail like she thinks she is. But
Not what the grail. That's not what people.
don't give me blood of Christ shit. Just let me make my
I'm not
point.
giving you blood of Christ shit.
All right, whatever you were gonna say. My point is, Candy has a radar for a story here that has not been completed, a story that has mystery in it, and we haven't been told everything about it. And all the rumblings and ramblings behind the scenes from it indicate that when this story is finally told, it's going to be fucking huge.
So it's just gonna be a bunch of fuckery.
With hugeness comes fuckery. Yes, 100%. I would say if you were invested into the chase, you would have known the fuckery started probably in 2017, 18.
Right. There was a time where it was really meant something and then the fuckery started happening, I'm sure.
Something, and I speak, and Candy, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I speak as an outsider, a lurker who only joined in 2019. I knew of the chase in 2015, but it looked as if there was peace on Earth from the moment it started, when no one knew about it, till about 2013. And then from 2013 to 2018 was a gradual escalation of excitement and fun.
Yeah.
And then right around 2017, 2018, that fun immediately turned into an avalanche that started of bullshit. And it only grew and grew and grew and grew and culminated in a finder somehow getting the chest in the middle of COVID 4 days after the park opens for the first time in 2020. And
On the same date
That's
as the
not
stamp.
fishy.
it's over. And that's not fishy. But what's even fishier, Heather M., is if you then get frustrated in that moment and you're like, fuck, somebody figured it out. And then you reach over and you grab your other Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase book that you didn't need to steal, and you've ripped
Where's
up
the butt
part-
print?
You've ripped up part of the inside because you really want to figure this out. You've burned some of the pages because you've tried to look for secret writing. And what you do, Heather M., what you do is you go back to the one chapter it's not even a chapter, Heather M. There is no table of contents. It's just a section, a section, a section. So the section with the treasure chest and then this famous 24-line poem. What's funny is the beginning of that chapter has a stamp right above the treasure chest. And on that stamp, it says Friday, June 5th. And wouldn't you know it, in the middle of COVID, our finder finds the chest on Friday, June 5th.
It's almost like it was planned. Yeah, it's kind of planned.
So why are people talking about a treasure hunt that was supposedly solved and figured out 2 years ago in some months? Because of shit like that. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg.
Makes sense.
Woody Bog, yeah, that's my book. Now, also, then there's this book, which is the same fucking thing, except it's the first edition. It was given to me as a gift. Wouldn't you know it?
Again, where's the butt print?
Are they sections or stories? Lucky, great question. I mean, I think one and the same. Sections of the book encompass different stories. And Candy, you've alluded to this as well in the past. Is this book even meant to be read from front to back? Are you supposed to skip around? We finish one section or story, go to the next? I don't know.
Well, you got to figure out where it starts.
All the stamps are border of the word. What? Oh, like the word, like the circle of the stamp.
Yeah, you could look up Jenny Kyle. She already did that. She posted it.
Yeah, I believe I've seen that as well. I took note of that. I tried to make something out of it. Like, for instance, if we go to Buffalo Cowboys, Sagebrush Flats, the circle of the stamp will go through the letter E and a little bit of the letter G. But what are you supposed to make of that? G-E, E-G, just E, SAG? Is he just circling SAG, Screen Actors Guild? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's so many different directions you can go from it.
It's like the CAA. Just kidding.
It's just, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing is fun and interesting, but it's not precise to me because it varies. Like,
it's probably so in your face, it's ridiculous.
Sure.
You know?
That's kind of where I'm at with it. It's
Yeah.
going to be in our face. It's going to be ridiculous when we hear what the answer is. And there's only one person on the planet we can hear it from.
Hey, Heather, did you know Ben believes that there's a DB Cooper tie-in to this?
There's a what? I didn't hear you.
A DB Cooper tie-in to this chase?
You know, at this point, I wouldn't doubt anything with this chase.
What if I told you the guy who wrote that treasure hunting book that we were just talking about wrote another treasure hunting book, and it came out in 1983, and it was called Ha 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 by DB Cooper.
I wouldn't doubt it, to be honest, because they do everything so in your face.
In this book, Ha 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 by DB Cooper, you're supposed to read it and follow the 7 clues that brings you to DB Cooper's hidden loot. On the final page by DB Cooper, it is page 328. Your big score. On this page, he tells you to simply mail, if you wish. Wait, hold on. His wording is very strange. To locate and receive your $200,000 big score, you need only follow the clues and pick up the certificate. You may, if you wish, simply mail your big score location to the publisher, Signum Books, at P.O. Box 687, Jefferson, Oregon. What if I told you Forrest Fenn owned a nice little hotel right next to Yellowstone called The Dude, and it was a big deal to him, and the mailing address of The Dude was the same P.O. Box number, P.O. Box 687? What if I then said, for about 30 years, this same dude lied to everybody and kept telling people he flew 328 missions in Vietnam, Do you remember the page number I said this matching PO box was on? It's on page 328. Why make up this 328 number? Why say 328? Is it just to tell us to look at this book and see the matching PO box? Well, let's look into the man deeper. His real flight count, if you actually look into his real interviews, he states in 1969 and 1970, when he's done in the Air Force, he states he flew 305 missions, not 328. Well, that's weird. Why does 305 matter? Well, DB Cooper hijacked flight 305. Boom. And I'm done ranting. Now I'm going to go smoke a bowl. You kids have fun.
He's just like mic dropped.
Yep.
He's like, see ya.
Just like occasionally just like leaves the live unattended.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Actually
Yeah,
does
I
that a
mean-
lot.
It all kind of coincides, it seems like it.
Yeah, but the real trigger for him is just saying 369.
I know that was his trigger today. No, what he's saying, I did see that somewhere recently. And the way they explained it, it was like almost mind-blowing. I almost forgot about seeing that.
Well, I know. So this is the thing. Like he did say that one quote that Ben said, but when they're talking about that quote, it was talking about the vibrations and how the vibrations are the key to the universe. And he was talking about the numbers 3, 6, 9, and everything like that, because it goes into sacred geometry. So I'm not talking about the manifestation stuff like that. I was talking about sacred geometry itself. So
No, I
think-
know, but I gotta find it and send it to you so you know what I'm talking about. The way that they said the quote was said isn't even close to what they're saying, what he actually said to the frequency.
Oh yeah, I agree with that 100%.
I don't know. I gotta find it. I'm too like blah. I was trying to look for it on my phone, but I can't find it. I saved it somewhere.
I probably could find it if I wanted to look for it, but I'm just like, I want to wait for Ben to come back so I could just go on a tangent and tell him why women are superior to men, and that is why history keeps getting fucked up.
Oh my God.
It's funny though. He's like, oh, casualties, less casualties. I'm like, you really want to go there with Cleopatra? Cleopatra, who literally made it her life's mission right before she died to hide her tomb of her and Mark Antony and make sure that her enemies would never find it. Like, come on.
Oh my God. Speaking of, did you hear about all the stuff in the Hoover Dam and the reason why certain hotels are put in certain places in Vegas is because it's like a landmarker of old history?
Really?
Yeah. Since you're
Huh.
going to Vegas.
That's interesting. I know I'm gonna go to Vegas, but I doubt I'm gonna explore.
No, I'm just saying like the pyramid,
Oh, the Luxor?
Luxor. Yeah, there's some like in history, there was something there before. So they put the Luxor on it as like a symbolism.
Ooh, like the like Washington and the Freemasons.
Kind of like there's symbolisms all over Vegas.
I agree with that. There's like the ley lines and stuff. They for Washington DC, the cornerstone.
Yeah.
They talked about like one, it's been talked about so many times about the different symbols and structures, but then the geographic location for each one of those historical structures are on a ley line. And so when you have it mapped out, it creates like the ultimate ley line, which gives you the 38th degree, which is why it's actually, I think, the 30th degree. That's the highest level you could go in Freemasonry. It's not the 33rd.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
It goes back to sacred geometry. And it's funny. So when I was researching Scotland, I discovered there's this island in Scotland, like, because it'll show you the ley lines, right? And ley lines are supposed to be supernatural conductors, pretty much, like where haunted stuff or anything weird that happens always happens on a ley line. Well, it showed all these ley lines and where the ley lines intercept, and every single ley line in all of Scotland intercepts directly at this island. Like all of them are like pointing and overlap exactly on this island.
Huh. That
Like
makes
lit up like
sense.
a Christmas tree. And then what's interesting too is like it used to be, it's still privately owned, but it used to be where you could like go there and explore. Well, all of a sudden people started going missing, and the castle that was there ends up fucking like it catches on fire like every couple of years on the same day, ends up just like catching on fire and like burning down.
Jeez. That's
So they
not
say
cool.
like you can't go there because too many people have gone missing and like it's unexplained.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's just creepy.
I'm like, but I want to go there. It's got all the ley lines all under a set. I probably could find King Arthur. Like, what if that's Avalon? Like, come on.
The people from the underground world are gonna come get you.
Probably. Did you know, wait, is today winter solstice or was it yesterday?
Today's the first day of winter, I believe, isn't it?
Okay, so then today's the winter solstice. They say that winter solstice is actually more dangerous than All Hallows Eve, you know, where they say the veils are very thin and they could be intercepted.
Oh yeah, at a certain time.
Yeah, so winter solstice is a lot worse. And so I saw this one girl on TikTok. She's like really deep into mythology and everything. She was doing like a fun protection spell, and that's where mistletoe actually came from. Because the Celts for winter solstice would hang mistletoe to prevent the spirits from entering. And then they have like salt and stuff. But they say like if you sleep, you're more susceptible to being taken over by a spirit because they could, you know, travel in between the veil.
That almost reminds me of like seeing that in one of the kids' movies.
Probably they share everything in hidden plain sight, especially in kids movies. That's
I
why the
know.
cult of the mushroom that actually used what they used for sacred consciousness or divine consciousness, they put all over on kids' fairy tale books. It's the little red mushroom with the white dots.
Yeah. I remember you talking about that.
It's just funny because it's like everyone discounts fairy tales because it's like stories you tell kids, but that's
Well,
where
just like when I was telling you the other night about the whole freezing, and you're like, Ice Age. I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense.
right? I'm like they did a whole kid story on Ice Age, and it's like, does anyone ever wonder like what
That was
happened?
before the flood. Yes.
Like
You're right.
what? Like how else would the whole fucking world be covered in snow? You need water mixed with the temperatures to create the snow. Like fuck.
Yeah, they like basically froze out the entire all of humanity. And then there was the flood. And then there was, there's just all of it.
Well, the only like we got the elements, right? We got 5 elements. There's earth, water, air, fire, and that earth, water, air, fire. Am I
Yeah.
forgetting? Am I forgetting one? Am I tripping out right now? It's supposed to be 5. Earth, water, air, fire, spirit. Oh yeah, I think the 5th one's spirit. But so you got water.
Oh, like on that show. What's that show?
Which one?
Yes,
Charm?
I know what you're talking about. No, there's this show you have to watch. It's so good.
What is it?
It's shit. Let me ask Ryan. I'm telling you, I can't remember anything today. I'm calling him. I don't feel like walking upstairs.
That's funny. Declaration of Independence says it should be watched. National Treasure. You know, I said I was gonna binge Emily in Paris season 3, and yet here I am talking about all the crazy shit I always talk about.
I know.
Uh,
Babe. Oh, Mace, is Ryan awake or is he sleeping? He's not answering my call.
maybe he's knocked out.
He probably is.
I mean, it's 9 o'clock.
Oh man. No, it's this really good show. What's it called? It has so much truth in it. It's in your face, and all the people are like, one of them's for dreams and the other one's for like, God, I have to look it up. They just canceled it.
They just cancel. Oh, you're talking about Morpheus. You're talking
No.
about. You're not talking about Morpheus?
No,
The Sandman?
not the Sandman. Oh, there is the Sandman. Yeah, that one too.
I love that one, but they didn't cancel it. They just extended it to a new season.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the Sandman though. It's
What actors?
God, I
in
hate
it?
it when I do this.
What's the actor? What's the plot?
I don't know actors' names. Ryan knows everything. I just know faces.
What's the plot?
There's like, hold on. I'm pulling it up right now.
I'm usually like pretty good at guessing it just based on the plot alone.
No, I don't think you've seen this. Something Gods. It's
American
American
Gods.
Gods. Yes,
Yeah, I told
American
you.
Gods.
American Gods. I've read it. I've watched it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, it's freaking the same dude that did the one I just said. Oh my God, Morpheus.
I'm
Sandman.
rubbing off on you.
Yeah, Sandman is the same person who wrote American Gods.
Okay, yeah. You're right. Because I remember Ryan saying that. Yeah.
It's Neil Gaiman. Gaiman.
Yes.
Gaiman.
See, you guys are good with names and stuff. I'm good with faces. I'm like, yeah, that person.
The person with the face.
The one with the face. I just know things that I subconsciously remember and keep in my
Yeah,
brain.
no, I love the first season American Gods. I haven't finished the second season, and I'm so mad because I love the first season.
Oh, it's on Ryan's desk. Yeah, I like
They
it when they
canceled
talk
it?
about media. Yep, they just canceled it because of all the truth in it.
What? So what season did they stop at?
Huh?
What season did they stop at?
I think 3 or 4.
No, I stopped at season 1 and I was gonna catch up with season 2, and then I just haven't. I don't know. Is it on Showtime or is it on HBO?
Stars.
Oh, Stars, damn it. I mean, I already got so many subscriptions. I should probably not add another.
Yeah, there's 3. There will not be a return for a 4th season. Yeah. And
That's
then they were
bullshit.
talking about how Jesus was not one person. He was like many people.
Well, I mean, that's literally why they decided that they were going to kill all the Vikings in the Norse mythology, because Norse mythology believed that there was multiple gods, not just one true god.
Yeah, they do.
Like Freya, Odin, like all that. They said that gods were multiple gods, and Nephilim, stuff like that, and they were basically killed out by the Catholics because they're like, no, there's only one true god.
Oh, by you saying that, it reminded me, see, my brain's starting to amp up again. Reminded me about what he was right about with Noah's Ark, that basically God isn't actually here. Like how in the Bible they say, oh, he sees all and hears all. Well, he had no idea the stuff that was going on with the people, and that the angels gave him too much information too quickly, and they started abusing it and having the people go against each other and abusing people and stuff. So that's why he came in and did the whole flood, because one of the angels went to tell him what was going on, and then he was like, had no idea this is what was going on, and then that's when he flooded the earth. So the translation of what he had was correct. So anyways, bam, it sparked.
He does. Like, the coolest thing about Trusted is he does translate, what did he do? He said that, I forgot what word it was. He said it translated to mean the blue, what was it? It's the same concept of what I found for Grail in Hinduism, ancient Hinduism.
Yeah.
About how it was the blue flower, and I was like, oh yeah, I had that for a translation when I was going through the mythology of the Grail, because you have so many different religions, so many different stories, how it ties back. And the earliest one I could ever find goes back to oh my god, where's the cradle of civilization again? The crescent of civilization.
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, why can't I think right now? I don't think it's just you. I think it's like a frequency. It's all dumb. Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia?
No.
Mesopotamia is where they claim the cradle civilization happened.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah, the Gilgamesh, the epics of Gilgamesh. So if you go back to the epics of Gilgamesh, the first real translation of the Grail is that of the monster's head, and that's where you get the story of the Fisher King. And some translations talk about the Fisher King gets his head chopped off and he has it served on a platter, and that's what the Grail is.
Yeah.
So the original story is talking about how in the forest, I forgot what it was called, there's these two best friends, and the one friend becomes friends with like a god or whatever, and then convinces it's like a half god, like the Nephilim, convinces them to help him get behind the guarded tree that's supposed to represent the same version of Idrisil, right? And in order to get to the tree, which is the world tree, they have to kill the monster, which they chop the head off. And it's actually going against like the Nephilim does it, and then he's killed because that's going against like his people or whatever. And they had the blue stones. That's why I was looking for a story, because I've always known about the blue stones. And the blue stones were the seeds, like what you heard about Jacob, for Jacob's ladder.
Mm-hmm.
All that. So in order to, be able to get to the other worlds, you had to have the blue stone, because that's what created the world tree. And so the world tree was, half purgatory, half heaven, half hell. And we're technically kind of like purgatory. So in order to enter through that, like the, Dante's Inferno, you had to get past the guardian of the tree. So there's different variations. And the one I ended up tracing like historically was this one mountain in, I think, Iran, if I'm not mistaken. And the funny thing about that little mountain is the mythology surrounding that mountain says that when the world ends and Ragnarok occurs, it's going to be through that mountain.
Huh.
So I traced it all the way back to the mountain.
Here's the thing, though. The world's ended and begun so many times that they don't even disclose it,
Yeah. Well, because it's like a reset, pretty much.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be like vibration spirits anyway, so we're technically not even supposed to be like a human form. So whatever.
Yeah, then the angels came and, mated and did all their crazy stuff, if that's what you even want to call them. But yeah, exactly. So yeah, he was like, you gave them too much information too soon, and then they used it for evil.
That sounds about right. But it's really interesting too, like when they talk about the story of Adam and Eve and stuff. Like I love how the apple represents knowledge, and you bite it and it's like, nope, you're not allowed to have this. It's just like knowledge is power, but they don't want you to have that knowledge. That makes no sense.
So I've heard this version where Eve actually went to, because they're supposed to be, Adam and Eve are supposed to be like brother and sister, kind of. It's like an incest thing. And she wasn't supposed, like the serpent is actually his penis.
Oh God.
She wasn't supposed to touch it. Yeah. And then she, and then that's how she got impregnated. So we're all a part of incest.
Actually, I heard the better story about Lilith, how Lilith was actually made for Adam first, and then she betrayed him. So then he went for Eve instead. So when they talk about the forbidden fruit, it's Lilith.
Yeah, I've heard that version too. There's so many versions. It's like
it bends back and he's like, what the fuck am I listening to?
They're talking about incest with Eve.
I mean, isn't it incest according to the Bible too?
Yes, because they're all like, how are they having babies with each other?
Exactly. Like it's Adam and Eve. Okay, let's expand that. So Adam have kids. And then who do those kids have fucking sex with? Like, this is stupid. This is such,
and then that's
so stupid.
Yeah.
But
Me
then
and
again,
my husband were talking about that. Like, that's probably why they have like the royal families with incest, because they keep the bloodline.
Yeah, but then that's why the families, the royal bloodlines, like were so mutated and didn't survive as long, because when they did that, it would like fuck up the mutation.
Well, isn't that why they call it the purple blood or whatever blood it is? Because their blood gets so
Blue
mixed
bloods?
in. Blue bloods, yeah.
Yeah, that's just weird. We were talking
Weird.
about knowledge and different variations, and then we came across this.
See, this is how our nights always go. Some crazy stuff just keeps coming up.
Love it. We'll go to Roscoe's and like we'll just sit there and we'll order our food and I'll be drinking and we'll be sitting there at the bar talking about this shit, and the bartenders will walk by and like overhear us and just like look at us like, the fuck?
And the people sitting next to us probably think we're nuts.
It's the best part.
Well, I've been spending the last 20 minutes looking on DoorDash, and I was trying to get a pizza, and then all the pizza places were closed, and I was very angry.
Oh my God, I've done that so many times because you get stuck.
Yeah, and then you tell yourself, now I want pizza, and then now there's no pizza places open, and it was just infuriating me.
Dude, that reminds me of when I went to yours and Ashley's house the first time to do the filming, and you guys got me stoned, and then I was so high, I double DoorDash. Like I ordered DoorDash the first time, and then after in the middle of filming, I told Jens, I want to stop filming. He's like, why? I'm like, because I'm high, I need to eat something. And then we got I think BJ's, didn't we? We got the bazookies and then all the other food too.
I
Yeah.
miss being able to smoke. Dang it.
We got so much food. It was glorious, but I also cried on camera.
I
So
didn't
that
even,
was not.
that's what I forgot. This whole time I didn't even smoke weed yet. Son of a bitch.
Wait, so the whole
That
time we
was
were
your
trying to
main
do DoorDash?
goal.
I walked into the kitchen. I looked in my freezer to see if I had a frozen pizza just as backup. And we had like a deep dish frozen pizza. And I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking, that's just,
It just tastes nasty.
yeah, it's just, it doesn't, exactly. It's not the same. So I was just sitting there looking through like pizza place. It was just, yeah, 20 minutes of just doing that instead. I didn't even fucking smoke my weed. I'm going to go smoke my weed now.
And then he'll get lost again.
I want you to, you guys think of a good topic when I come back where the weed will help me solve the mystery.
It's going to amplify your
See?
brain.
That's what used to help me solve my mysteries, and I can't smoke right now.
Dude, I can't do that. When I get high, I feel stupid.
Oh my God, I love just going down rabbit holes and watching shows, ordering food.
I love ordering food, but I'm like, I literally can't even comprehend or try and explain what is going on in my mind. And it makes me so frustrated. I hate it.
I think it's because I was just naturally, well, not naturally, but I was just a smoker for years. You know, obviously I stop when I get pregnant, but
Yeah.
something I'd rather do that than drink or whatever, stay inside, go down rabbit holes, and I'm a boring person.
I'm a boring person too. I started a YouTube channel and now all I do is talk about research. That's why I got a deep ass fucking crevice in my forehead. It's just gonna keep getting
Magnesium.
deeper.
I read magnesium.
What? Oh yeah, weren't you
Start
talking about
taking
that
them.
last time?
Yeah, I found this stuff called what's it called? Something Earth. I want to start taking it. Something of the Earth. Where did it go?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you put it in water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to do that. Try that out. It'll detox your body. Oh, here it is.
They also have mushroom coffee.
Oh, that too, yeah.
I want to try it. It's called mud water.
I don't know why I can't say this right now. Dionysius? Diet, I don't know. Diet. Why can't I read right now?
I probably can't pronounce it either.
Dioma, I don't know what's wrong with me. Everything's wrong with me.
Instacart is a frozen pizza. Well, the forbidden wasn't the apple. People are getting pissy in chat. I don't know why. Okay, block me. See ya. Like, what? So many people ignorant about church history. Very sad. I don't think we're ignorant about church history.
We just know it's man-made.
We just know that there's other versions that happened before the manufactured version.
And then there's so many stories kept out, like the Book of Enoch, or
Yeah.
or Lady Magdalene was actually very wealthy and she helped Jesus. Like there's a lot of stuff that people, if you really do the research on the Bible and do the digging, you'll see for yourself. But you can't tell people that. They just have to do it and see it for themselves, you know?
Yeah. It gets pretty scary how like heated a person's conversation can get if it's about politics or religion.
It really does. It like hits a nerve on people when really all you're doing is just opening your mind to things that we've been lied to about, you know? It's all about control.
Well, you know what I found last night? I was like, this is the last thing I watched on TikTok before I went to sleep. It was this person explaining the idea of how thoughts create your reality, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
you think that if someone who's around you but doesn't know you only knows like 1% of what you really are, then they'll start perceiving you based on only that 1%. And then because they perceive you that way, they talk about how like thoughts and ideas are like a mind stream, right? Like it's frequency.
Yeah.
And pick up on those thoughts, like little bits of thoughts and everything. And either you can make the thoughts not become your reality and just say, oh, this was an idea or a situation and I'll get over it. Or you can make those thoughts so intrusive that it'll become your reality. And then that's why you'll start hanging around the wrong type of people and everything like that. And I'm like, oh God, I've been sucked into the chase reality. And that's why I live my
Yeah.
life.
Because
It's so fun.
and everything's like energy and the stuff that you draw to you, right? So once you start thinking things or saying it out loud, it's the universe. It sounds crazy, but it just draws it to you, you know?
It does. Because I was sitting
The
here today.
frequency you keep your minds on.
Well, so it's like it was saying either you can accept the fact that this happened to you and not let it shape you, or you can consume yourself with that thought in that event, and then that is how your reality is formed. Like that is why you start hanging out with those people. It's why you start drawing other people like those people to your circle. And I'm like, fuck, I'm in that circle. Get me out of that circle.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. It's definitely true. But you know, I just feel like a lot of people should just have more of an open mind to, you know, maybe we have been lied to. Maybe you should start going down those rabbit holes and looking into stuff, because then that's when they start seeing it for themselves, and then you start digging more and you're like, oh my gosh, you know.
Yeah.
So I think COVID brought that out of a lot of people because you're all locked inside. What else are you gonna do? But
Yeah.
for the most part, if you do research, I don't know, just keep an open mind, I guess. Oh, sure.
Well, it's kind of funny. Like before COVID, I was pretty much like, I would sit there and I would be like concerned about, oh, my 9 to 5 job, or how I'm going to be perceived by society, because I'm, you know, at the time I was like 30 years old. I wasn't married. Everyone else I knew, and including my family, had like a marriage and kids and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I really came, like, I literally almost died. And when that happened, I was literally awakened to what really mattered. And I'm like sitting here looking and I'm like, none of this shit actually matters. Like, we're so self-absorbed and so concerned about how people perceive us based on society standards that we'll never fully be able to live. We're like enslaved to our own concept of how people are going to look at us. Like, the only way to be like achieved in life is to have a house that you spend the rest of your life paying off to the fucking government. And how do you do that? Because you're going to work and you're working nonstop for a mediocre job. It's like, you should be fucking traveling the world. You should experiencing different cultures and religions and fucking foods and stuff and sights and mysteries and everything. And instead you're chained to your fucking desk 9 to 5. And then you got to get a mortgage. You got to get a family. You're going to enslave that family to that enslavement. It's just never ending.
Yeah, it's a never ending cycle. And most of the funneling of illegal, like just washing money is done through churches, cities, churches, all that stuff. So it's kind of like, you know what? It's your people's perception and reality on life is based on what they tell you to think.
Yeah.
So when are you going to open your mind up to bigger things? What's really going on?
The church literally did this in plain sight. They
sold Catholics.
Pieces of the cross. You know, buy your way into heaven. Go fuck
indulgences.
And the cross is what they would crucify people on. So they make people think that the cross is like, oh, Jesus died. There was many people that died on the cross. And they say if Jesus comes back and sees a cross anywhere, it's like a slap in the face to him.
Right? You know, he's gonna have like a flashback, like, wow, way to celebrate the worst moment of my life.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You know, if you people would have just listened to me, I'd have been fine. But you know, y'all had to do what you did, and so you celebrate it.
Well, you know what?
Right. Let's celebrate killing Jesus.
That's what you. I mean, I know I'm gonna piss off somebody. well, no,
Oh, we already
use
pissed
it
people off. It's
to,
okay.
to show my faith. No, you don't. You wear what? Well, that's where Jesus, washed away our sins. What?
So if you got into
We nail him to a cross, and that's washing away our sins. Where is
so
the
if you got into a major accident, would you wear a broken car on your
right? No,
you know what I mean? To remind you that your significant other died in a
right.
car accident, so you're gonna wear that car around your neck. Like, no.
My significant other has been killed by a drunk driver, so I'm going to wear a necklace with a beer bottle on it, or a mini beer bottle on
Exactly.
it. Like, are
I
you
think
kidding
the
me?
whole concept is based on symbology. Like you take something and you put power into the validity of that symbol. So because they believed in the cross, because that was the last thing he died on, they believe so powerfully for that. They wear it as a talisman, and that is what gives it power. But it's just a cross.
It's
All
the
I
evil
know
part
is
of it.
all I know
Yeah.
is they can't yell at me for drinking, because Jesus took something like water, which is pure,
Turned it into wine.
he turned it into fucking wine.
You know who else did that?
Obviously, he likes the party.
You know who else did that? Dionysus. Dionysus turned water into wine. Isn't that fascinating? And we
And
got all
his
these
name isn't
different
even
retellings.
Jesus anyway, if you really
Very
want to get down to
fascinating.
it.
It's even more fascinating when the story of this Jesus was born on December 25th, had 12 apostles. Oh, so did Horus. Oh, that's weird.
Yep.
Virgin Mother. Oh, what? The same as Horus. Oh, that's weird. Oh,
The same concept. It's
was a martyr?
the same information, but it's reiterated
Different
from a different
religions.
point of view.
Right.
Yeah. They just take it and unfold it in different religions, and then they make it all believable.
Well, it's the same thing they did with the Fisher King. That's the same thing they did with Seven Cities
It's the same
Gold.
thing they do with everything. Do you remember in the 90s, you didn't use Google? You
Just Ask Jeeves.
used Ask Jeeves or Lycos or whatever AOL's platform would allow you to search. And then it became Google. Oh, Google is so weird. Oh my God, where did Google come from?
The CAA and CIA tracking us.
Well, that's it. Sure, but the point is, everything is a reiteration of something from the past.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's the same idea getting fucking just
Rewashed.
yeah.
Wash, rinse, cycle. Come on, guys. Let's have an open mind here type deal, you know?
That doesn't mean any of it's not that also doesn't mean we're right.
True.
Maybe,
But it does open your mind up.
right.
Well, I mean,
Or
it's
at
not
least maybe
fair.
it's not
for
the way we
people.
think it is. I think
It's
it's
fair for people though to try and say that because we're thinking these ideas that we're against Jesus. Because like, see, Sophie D in chat says Jesus is truth. Good night, friends. We're not knocking that. We're just saying that the church itself put in so many, different concepts that if you were ever to think outside the box, then you would be looked at as the problem, when nobody really knows the validity behind these stories, because they're, again, something that has been rewritten and retold so many times that we don't even know what is truth anymore.
right. I think at some point it just comes down to the truth is somewhere in the middle. Enough people have told a story for it to resonate for a couple thousand years. That in and of itself is powerful. It's not some aberration in history. Something went down. Somebody inspired something for this to keep going and be told and told and told and told. So I don't discount and frankly, I don't really think Sophie D's being serious. I think Sophie D's fucking around, but
No, actually, like,
yeah. I mean, I get the intricacy there without saying it. I think there is
I mean, Fenn himself
Forrest Fenn was
religious.
spiritual. Forrest Fenn was
Yeah.
spiritual. That doesn't mean his two daughters are quote spiritual. I think his two daughters, from what I understand, are very, very Christian. So again, I'm not knocking. I'm just saying there's other aspects to this.
Yeah.
You don't know what's what. I'm agnostic. I think agnostic is abused way too much. Like, all an agnostic is, in my point of view, is someone who says, I don't know. I know I'm me, and me in comparison to everything else is a fucking ant. So I don't know what else there is. That's to me what true agnosticism is. Atheism is, yeah, no, fuck this. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in anything other than myself. That's atheism. A nihilist will say, I just don't believe in anything, including myself. But an agnostic will say, I have no fucking clue. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying I have no clue.
I don't think any of us have a fucking clue.
I don't
No.
think they do either. I've talked to many a pastor, many a priest, many a rabbi. They don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
They know as much as we do.
Well, you think about this. So, you know, you've got the professionals, right? The ones with PhDs, the fucking credentials and stuff like that. And they're like, I'm a professional. I could tell you that this is actually truth. This is fact. And then 50 years down the line, they're like, oops, we fucked up. Actually, this is totally bad and it's going to kill you. It's like, so you spent 50 years of your life believing that this was safe for you because these people who were dubbed professionals told you it was, when in actuality, it was killing you this entire time slowly. The same concept.
When I was looking up old newspapers of Forrest Fenn, I ran across an ad that was printed in some 1960s newspaper, and roughly it said, without butchering it, I'm being serious. Roughly it said, instead of drinking a Coca-Cola or a Dr. Pepper, I can't remember what it was. It just, oh no. Here's what it said: a diet tip signed by doctors on the advertisement in the 60s, and it said, as a dietary supplement, you can ingest 3 tablespoons of pure sugar in replacement for a meal. Doctor endorsed. Call to find out more. Blah blah blah. And this is in the 60s. I'm like, holy fuck! They just told people to fucking drink sugar out of a tablespoon in an advertisement. Like, people, no offense, boomers, but you guys were fucking lied to a lot. Like, sorry.
Well, they were literally telling women that mercury was a fucking cosmetic and you could use it. At least 4 times in the 1990s, they told us milk was good for us, milk was bad for us, milk was good for us, milk was bad for us. See, the thing is, milk in the United States is bad for us. Milk in the Scotland and everywhere else where their government's not trying to kill off the population, it's good for you. I came back from Scotland. I'm lactose intolerant in the United States. I didn't die once in Scotland. It was fucking glorious.
Because our milk is fucked with here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They put, when they say bio-organic, the only thing I actually pay attention to when it comes to organic is like milk. Straight up milk. I used to love milk as a kid. I would drink 2 glasses of milk for breakfast with my bowl of cereal with milk. I would have milk for lunch, milk for dinner, from like 4 until I was like 20. Never had a cavity. And I didn't break a bone until someone literally kicked my hand and broke it. But I don't know. I always told myself milk did the body good.
It used to.
Nowadays, right? I don't drink milk nowadays, but I used to.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know. I had Candy, Jason Northface.
Yeah.
I was in when I was in West Yellowstone in 2021. Jason brought a bunch of frozen meat from his farm where he butchered the shit himself and whatnot.
Oh.
And he was going on for like the whole day about how, like, wait till you eat this meat. You'll never want to eat anything else again for meat. And I'm like, okay, I've heard this. Okay. He's like, just wait till we fucking grill it up at the hotel tonight. Like, he pulled his truck like into this grass area across from our motel, and he fucking started grilling. I ate this meat. I swear to God, I thought he laced it with something. I texted Ashley. I was like, I might die because this is the best food I've ever had in my life, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting poisoned right now.
Well,
It
I
was-
believe that because I grew up on a ranch, so we had a lot of like stuff, butchered and all that stuff. So I believe it.
it's and it's amazing, right? It's just fresh stuff versus whatever else you get from the store and season up, and like you can do whatever you want with it. And this is meat he's cooking on the back of his truck on a little grill, not even seasoning it at all. He didn't put a fucking dash of seasoning salt or anything on this meat, and we just ate it, and it was with like a slice of cheese on it, and it was like the greatest thing I've ever fucking had.
Sure, he didn't marinate it.
He didn't marinate. He didn't do anything. It was just fresh fucking meat from his farm, he hyped it up, and it lived to the hype. That's rare to do with food and me.
Well, so like over here, we have so many preservatives and shit, right? Well, if you go over anywhere and that's not in the United States, they can't even have something out for a couple of hours, or else it'll start to turn mold or whatever, because that's what food is supposed to actually do.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. He loaded. I mean, he just took out these fucking Yeti coolers of just like meat on ice. Like it had just been sitting there frozen while he was driving. It was I could only imagine how it would have tasted just off the farm, but this was quite immaculate. That's how In-N-Out does it, by the way. In-N-Out Burger has their own farms, their own meat. Apparently it's good meat. And the reason they don't franchise out outside of the family is because, they don't want to get into the whole processed food things, but they also don't want their trucks, or they don't want their locations to be outside of their truck delivery zone in terms of fresh food. So that's why you only have, like, there's an In-N-Out, I think, in Colorado, and like it does its own thing. And I don't know how they do it. I think they fly it in. And then anywhere else you'll go east and you have to go south is like, Dallas or something like that. And there might be one or two, but otherwise it's Arizona, it's Nevada, it's California.
Yeah, we have one
I
right
have
here
to
in
just
Chino
move
Hills.
to Arizona. I can't live without In-N-Out.
Yeah, I mean, Arizona is great so far.
No, you guys already left me. You can't take Heather too.
You should just come to Arizona, man. It's cheaper. It's just as nice outside, and it's cheaper.
I told Heather if she does leave, I will fucking go with her.
We've been talking about this for like over a year, moving to Arizona. I just haven't done it yet.
It's a great treasure hunting state too. Like you can exercise and hike and treasure hunt for old cowboy treasure. There's lots of fun things to do, Candy. I'm telling you, it's better than Cali. I'll never go back to Cali.
No.
It's never
And
gonna.
it's open carry.
What?
It's open carry.
Oh man. Well, I mean, at least I didn't fucking agree to go to North Carolina.
Ew, the most like humid place ever.
I lived in North Carolina. It's not bad. It's nowhere near as bad as Florida.
I lived there too for 3 months. I couldn't deal.
I'm
My
debating.
DoorDash is heading. Yes, my DoorDash is heading to me. I'm done in 10 minutes, kids. And then
So what did you get?
I got, okay, so I randomly out of nowhere, and I've looked this up on DoorDash and Google here, is a place called Checkers. And I had Checkers in Florida. It's this burger joint. They have fantastic fries, and their burgers are so tasty. They're delicious.
I love their fries.
So it's like what, 11 o'clock over there right now?
Yeah, it's like the only thing open. And
That's so funny.
after all that talk about like fresh meat and all that shit, like I saw Checkers and I was like, whoa, I haven't had Checkers in like years. Apparently they just opened one here, and they're calling it a Rally's, but it's a Checkers.
Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
Yeah. Have you had Portolo's over there yet?
Oh yes. Oh
I
yeah.
love Portolo's.
Oh yeah, that's here too.
No, it's not. Do we have a
Portolo's
Portolo's?
is in LA.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I looked it up one time because I wanted it. There is one.
Hey Zozo, yeah, each soft drink cup at the bottom of it. Well, I don't know what you're trying to say, but like if you look under every In-N-Out cup, it's is it John 3:16 or is it just a random Bible verse?
There's a few different ones.
It's different ones. Yeah. That was the first time I realized In-N-Out was like a religiously owned company.
Yeah.
That's like Chick-fil-A, right?
Chick-fil-A, yeah, I think Chick-fil-A because people get all pissy because they they retweet like something anti-gay or something like that. Didn't Chick-fil-A piss off gay people at some point? I can't remember when that.
Yeah, because they didn't like close down or something for something.
Oh, yeah. Everybody gets so goddamn
Whatever.
pissy. People just got. If you don't get pissy,
I
people
want
will
a
like
chocolate
you.
cake shake.
If you don't get pissy, people will like you. Are you
Yeah.
sure about that?
I swear, I'm gonna say it. I hate being politically. So I would have said if the gays would have not gotten so pissy about it, no, it wouldn't backfire like it did to people who just don't give a shit. I'm somebody who doesn't give a shit. Live and let live. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't give a shit. But if you're gonna whine about it, then I'm gonna listen. I'm either gonna take your side or then I'm gonna disagree with you. And I don't care who you are making the point. That's just how I work. So on this one, I'm just like, fuck off. Go somewhere else then.
Go somewhere else.
You don't have a
Yeah.
constitutional right that every fucking thing has to cater to your need.
Oh God.
That's not how the world
seriously.
works.
I know.
Sorry. Anyway,
We entered danger territory over here.
we're pissing everybody off tonight. That's fine.
Probably. I think we already pissed off Shiloh.
You think? Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I guess you could say I am categorized as radical with my ideas, but just because, like, every time, I go live the street and I talk about this stuff, I always tell people, like, it's nothing against your religion at all. It's more so against the church and the way that they did things back then. Like, it was so.
Yeah, but that's not how they're interpreting it. They're interpreting it as an attack on something that they truly, fully believe in from the bottom of their heart. And
Yeah, but
and
think
you're
about
saying
this.
you're saying that their belief is right. Think of it as a solve. You're telling them their solve is wrong.
No, I'm not saying their solve is wrong.
No,
I'm just saying.
I know you're not. But what I'm saying is the type of things that all of us three are saying tonight to someone who's super religious and believes in their faith, you're telling them their solve is wrong. And they don't like it.
It's rained on their parade.
I'm saying as an example for the whole concept of, being forced to live in society that enslaves us. It started with the church.
I know.
Yep.
Preaching to the choir there.
The whole reason why this is so, why politics and religion are so taboo is because they were they grew up on this. They were born and they were taught this from a young age, and that is what they know.
Rooming.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's not like anything against someone's religion. It's just saying like,
No.
we have no idea what the real story of the Bible is. That's the point.
I just like having open conversations and like exploring different,
Yeah.
I guess realities and concepts of what it could have been or be or whatever. I just have an open mind, I guess.
I'm like,
I stopped
I don't
looking
know,
at
am I considered
religion.
an asshole for talking like that?
No. And the stifling of open dialogue is something that will backfire on people. So, those who want us to, or anyone, not us, we're not victims here, but, those who want those to not talk about things, you're not accomplishing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our society advanced because of open dialogue, not because of, oh, you can't say that.
Let's stay within the boundaries.
I don't like boundaries.
No, I don't like to offend people, but
I mean, I'm not meaning to like offend people. I'm just trying to talk about the concepts and the patterns.
yeah, exactly. I get it.
Like
Me
so
too.
many people get upset about that.
It's
And
all
it's
right.
kind of like,
I upset people every day. I don't care anymore. I'm used to it.
you're like, I wouldn't recognize myself if I wasn't pissing someone off.
That's why I just don't go around people because I'm like, I can't deal with simple-minded, not openness anymore. It's really hard for me to be around people.
Well, I'm like seriously confused and wanting to know who Sophie D really is. It's like,
Well,
are they the LLC?
And that's the thing. Like at this point, months and months and months and months later, they playing this game that they're playing, they can't get mad that people are trying to figure out who they are. Oh, why would you want to figure out who they? Because they're acting all fucking stupid and mysterious. Like now, it's either for something. It's either for something fun, or they're a troll. And there's nothing wrong with trying to figure out if I'm dealing with someone who's trying to have fun or someone who's just trying to be a troll.
Oh. But then the concept of Shiloh is just too great.
Well, and half the time I toss that out as a joke, but that's also a strategy because I think, there's nothing wrong with being wrong 49 times if you're wrong the 50th time. Whatever. I'm not here to win a batting title. I'm here to get it right at some point, right?
Yeah.
And so are you. So I don't care if I have to be wrong 12 times to be right on the 13th time. And some of these characters, this community is not hard to figure out. The little slices of the pie that we all fit in and multiple pieces of the pie sometimes some of us go into. And some trolls are obvious, some trolls aren't, and some trolls are very sophisticated. And that usually reveals who they are or reveals who they're not. And then some trolls are so fucking strange that they almost have to be someone important because it wouldn't make any sense if they were just a random person. And that's kind of where this Sophie D fits into, whether that's by their own social engineering. All right, then they're a sophisticated troll. They won the game on that. Congratulations, you won. Or there's somebody and the jig is up.
The jig is up. Well, I'll know if we pissed off Shiloh tonight if he doesn't talk to me for like ever.
But see, if it is, you have to think it through though. And I know you are. I'm just saying in a dramatic way. If he goes to the extent to use different screen names like this, then of course he's still watching. He's listening to every fucking word because he can't be someone who isn't in the game and doesn't give a shit what's going on and is doing his own thing. And then also be someone who's in the Discord under a false name and acting in character and has been for months and months and months. It's one or the other. Either he's not involved at all or he's deeply involved because this matters to him.
I think he's deeply involved.
It's one or the other. I don't think there's a right or wrong choice at this point. I think the fun of this is we'll find out soon enough. He's telling you he's working on something.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean he's deeply involved. Maybe he's completely hands off and he's never in any of these chats. And he wasn't even in the chat where he says there's no intervention, let's say. I mean, let's pretend the extreme. He's doing something. He's going to tell us what the truth was. He's going to give us all the answers. It's going to be some crazy story. He's going to do it in a big grand movie. I don't know. And he stays away from all this shit. That's one option. Or he's doing all the things I just said and he's involved because he's curious, because he can't help it. Because you know what? That feeling you get when you show up on a stream or when your question gets read out loud and you see your name there, that's a human feeling. You get a little fucking butterfly in your stomach. I get it.
Or when you have to yell at me to pay attention so it can be read.
Sure. It's a natural human thing and no one is immune to it. And
it's like a high.
A bunch of people, it's like a high, exactly. And a bunch of people are talking about your grandfather in a good or bad way. It's going to create a natural reaction in you. And that reaction, we know from evidence of how society is going, is addictive. So if he ever dipped his toe into this, he's in. Of course he's in. He's always been in. To think he hasn't is silly sauce. To think Jack walked away after being on Reddit for a decade, trolling people, on other forums, trolling people, writing blogs on the internet, trolling people, to think he would stop after he won the game? You're crazy. Of course he wouldn't stop. Why do you think I made the Discord? This is Jack's worst. This is his kryptonite. He has no choice but to join the Discord.
I think I know who he is whenever he comes in because he's the most saltiest one against me.
He probably has good and bad days with everybody. But that's the thing. People can't not be human. Your tell is that you're a human being. I'm sure I have the same. I just don't know if people work hard enough like I do to see the tells.
I mean, I'm pretty close behind you, Ben.
I'm not saying you aren't, but the overall, so many people think they know things, and they know things about me or what I know or what I don't know or what you know or don't know or what K-Pro knows or doesn't know or Cynthia knows or doesn't. We all have these opinions, but to think that the family doesn't know.
I mean, Shiloh straight told me, like, I mean, this with no, like, what did he say? Oh my God, I gotta pull it back up again. It made me laugh so hard, but I was like, damn, that was savage, Shiloh. Let me see. He said, where was it? It was just so royally savage, I swear.
I mean, he put influencers in quotes at a time where I was protesting that influencer shit. I think.
Oh, here it
I
is.
see eye to eye with him on that one. As
He
do
said,
others.
Candy, I mean this with all due respect, but I know more than you do. Haha. It's shocking to me that people still think that they somehow know more than the family does. I don't know,
Never
Shiloh.
true.
I think I'm pretty close.
Never have truer words been spoken to the community. We have heard from K-Pro and Cynthia for the last 5 years about what this family has said or hasn't said. And for the first time in the chase, we hear it from Shiloh to you, and he says, what? I think it's funny when people outside of the family think they know more than the family.
I mean, my
Is
comment
it-
was, hey, want to know who's behind the LLC? And I was like talking about Posey, and he's like, it's funny how people think they know more than the family does. Which I feel like read that as, because I said, question, would you want to know which searcher from the community is behind the LLC? Because we officially now know. It's weird it's weird they didn't invite you to the HA viewing party. And then he replied back, it's funny how people think that we don't know. The family does know.
which means that the family knew who the LLC was as well.
Yeah, which means Shiloh knows that Posey is behind it. But what's weird is, like, is Shiloh for the LLC or not with LLC?
Well, that is the binary choice that remains before us.
No.
Is Shiloh on board with the LLC's plans and the obvious Netflix conclusion? Or is Shiloh doing his own thing and not going with Cynthia and Justin and Netflix and whatever story they're going to tell?
Well, you know what trips me out? Why is it Carl, who was the family lawyer for a very long time, by the way, why was Carl the one giving out invitations to Christy, to Posey, to Cynthia, to Shannon? Like, do you remember Shannon came on to your stream, Ben, when it was like me, you, Adam, Ashley, and when she was literally talking about how she was boasting about how they had invitations, and she was screaming about 9 Mile Hole, and we're like, no, no, no. And she's like, Carl gave us invitations. Remember that?
Yep.
So it's like, why would the lawyer, the family lawyer, be doing that for a viewing party for this alleged video?
Go back to my videos a year ago, and to those of you who always thought I'm Team K-Pro or Nooker or whatever, I asked the same question. Why would a lawyer be telling K-Pro these things? Why would a lawyer be telling fucking Cynthia these things when they don't pay his bills? Does any of this make sense? And that was my whole stance against 9 Mile Hole. Remember, before the court emails came out and the photo that got matched by Root, before all of that came out, I said, something is being pushed behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, Shannon was told 10-mile stretch of the Madison inside the park. Behind the scenes, Cynthia is told Fen Rock, 150-foot line, 9-mile hole. Behind the scenes, K-Pro is told 9-mile hole, Fen used the line to cross, slipped and fell on his way back and hurt his hip. 3 people behind the scenes are told 9-mile hole. And they were the 3 people who had the biggest YouTube channels in the chase at the time. That's fucking not a coincidence. That's how you get a story
Shannon
out.
had the biggest channel.
If you go to Shannon's videos, she has videos that have in the 15 to 20,000 views.
Oh yeah,
What
that
is
was back
it?
when like.
I don't want to make this a pissy match of who had the biggest YouTube channel.
No, I'm not. I was just trying to wonder because I think when she made her videos, it was like when it was only AGK, her, and then Mike. Because there was like no like YouTubers or content for the chase for the longest time. And I think it was like 2013, 2014 when they did it.
Right, but we're talking about these 3 being told in the year 2020, 2021. At the time, Cynthia is the biggest mouthpiece. She needs to be told. K-Pro is the chase news, self-proclaimed. She's going to be told. And Shannon at the time was being looked at as one of those up-and-comers as well, who was just going to be another K-Pro. And then she decided not to commit to it. But she tried. She has videos all over the place of what she did enough. I bet she's on Netflix. But the point remains. Those 3 were told 9-mile hole and told not to say anything, and magically all 3 spoke. Magically all 3 yapped.
But don't you find it weird that before all this was happening, before they were told, Gigi, myself, Luli, Marty, all of them were saying down my hole, and Christy was shutting it down every time. She's like, no, we don't have time for that. No, that's silly sauce. All this entire time. While, keep in mind, this was before, or no, this was a little bit after the GPS, right? So we know that Cynthia and Christy knew it was 9-mile hole. Yet they were like, no, not 9-mile hole, not 9-mile hole. It was like they're waiting for like the green light to be like, yes, 9-mile hole.
Because at this point in time, and this is what I was trying to say, at this point in time, they were being told. And I tried to make that very clear to everybody from what K-Pro specifically told me and admitted to me. And then what happened at that point in time? I got banned.
We all got banned.
Right, but it's no coincidence. As soon as I started to accumulate the timeline and then revealed the timeline to everybody, I got banned for the timeline. That's not a coincidence.
Well, didn't Jack Stoof also email you when you were going to expose like the reason why you went to New Mexico? And he was like, you better not. I'll go against you. Remember?
No, I remember. That's not what he said, but.
Well, no, what'd he say? Because I remember you were about to say it because we were either on your stream or my stream. And then you were going to say it. And then he emailed you and then you had to stop. Like while you were live, he emailed you.
Yeah. But it wasn't that kind of a bad tone or anything. It was more like, I don't know how you would put it.
Challenging?
An obvious hidden message is how I would put it.
Well, it was interesting though, because you were just about to say like the reason why he was in New Mexico. Remember?
I don't think I was saying the reason why as if I knew the reason why. I think I was going to go off on a hypothetical based on information I had been given. Which
for the GPS data?
Remember.
For the ping data?
The ping data definitely was what led me to say he went to Santa Fe, but then other information came in front of me, which, I couldn't confirm, but all gave me kind of a motive or a reason as to why he was there at that, or where he went as well at that point in time in Santa Fe. But that would go beyond random ping data that I didn't look at on Reddit and went off the moderator, the head moderator. He's the one who had the data. I purposely didn't look at it. And that's why I said, you come on and fucking say it, man. If you want to be a source, then you got to out yourself on this one. And
what happened to Brandon Man?
He's in the background. He's still watching him.
Oh, creepy.
I mean, yeah. Anywho, I mean,
He's watching. He's probably Sophie D. There you go.
I'll message him, and it might take him a few days to respond, but he'll reply.
Well, didn't he like lose the mod ship for Reddit or something?
Oh, he's still in charge.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Are you still in charge of Reddit too?
Yeah. Nothing's changed. Nobody got in trouble. No one did. It's been very strange. The whole thing is strange. Yeah, I would, if you told me after the fact, if we got all the answers and part of that was, oh yeah, Fen Enterprises was also in charge of the Reddit, I'd be like, okay, yeah, probably.
Weird. At this point, yeah, anything goes.
Like anything. Like, I don't know if I don't know if I'll ever be at the point where I can accept like, oh, this is, the 7 cities of gold shit, but maybe, but I'm certainly at the point now where I would accept. Forrest Fenn did have paid actors in the chase. He did have people posting on blogs for him and saying things that he scripted out and all sorts of shenanigans like that. Yeah, at this point, no, yeah, that's something I would have laughed at 2 years ago. But now, yeah, no, I'd be shocked if he didn't at this point.
I mean, that's really annoying though, because, well, like think about it. Whenever people get upset, like Q got upset with me, and she's under the impression that I'm the one manipulating and orchestrating all this bullshit.
I mean, people are gonna say that. Hey, boo, I'm signing off right now. All right, food's here. I gotta go. I would suggest you and Mama Q to DM each other again and
No, I don't mean that. I'm just saying like the whole actor thing. Like one person says
I
it,
get
more
it.
people
Yeah,
think
I mean, you remember you accused me of this too, so
I'm not done.
you just got to roll with the punches, man. Speaking of that, as the paid actor, as soon as you accuse me, I gotta go. So
Okay, bye.
all right, bye.
Ashley's like, I'm gonna cut you.
I know. I'm feeling like I gotta go too. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm gonna get some water so I don't shrivel up like a prune, and then I can just go to sleep like a normal human being and stop being so sad.
Don't be sad. There's no reason.
I'm only sad because I'm not getting good sleep. That's why.
Yeah, you're like sad, exhausted.
Yeah. I hope we didn't piss off Shiloh though, but yeah, as always, it's always fun to hang out and talk to you. At least this time, like, we didn't have to leave our beds.
I know, right?
It's like, this is the lazy way to hang out.
All
Yeah, I
right.
gotta put my salad in the fridge, and I will talk to you tomorrow because I'll probably call you and be like, I'm not gonna go to my company party. I'm having a freak out attack. Bye.
Oh yeah, I won't be working. That's right. Woo. Okay.
I know. Maybe I'll just hang out with you tomorrow instead of hanging out at the fucking company party. Problem solved.
We're going to Benihana and stuff tomorrow if you want to come.
Oh, you're going to Benihana?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna try and get to sleep though, so I at least have a normal brain to consider bailing on the holiday party or not.
Oh Lord. Well, have fun with that.
You have fun enjoying your time sleeping in.
Yeah, right. I have kids.
Let me know what you end up getting on Amazon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.